Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryant to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We're back in the saddle, on the saddle, saddle adjacent. We're in the wrong place. Everybody stay still. All right, we're good. All right, welcome in, everybody. A Tuesday edition of Inside Edge Primetime. So happy to be back with you for another evening. I'll tell you this, Chad B., and we'll get to it here in a moment. We'll ask you how you're doing, but I got to get this off my chest. I want to say a big thank you. What's been real cool this past week is Kyle Cornell on Unfiltered. You know, typically if you're noticing something different on the 5 o'clock hour, or maybe Kyle just said, screw you, Eli, I'm not mentioning anything. I produced the show for the first few months of the show, and Kyle has done tremendous. It's really a testament to him. He stepped up, and now he's producing the show too. So I just wanted to give a shout out to one Kyle Cornell here before we get started, because it's definitely made a little bit smoother for me in terms of being able to do some behind the scenes stuff for the network, and then also be a little more pep in my step every now and then. But thank you to Kyle, thank you to you, everybody out there, for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all the socials. That is, of course, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, or Twitter, if we still call it that, but it is X technically, folks. TikTok, Twitch, all that great stuff. Inside Edge Net, smash that notification bell, know when we're going live. 4 daily shows, got a lot of great weekly programming. Check it out. And read about your favorite personality, Chad Bryan, and everybody else, of course, at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Go check out our partners page. Could not do without them. Of course, Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, W Energy, Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, and Omega Video Marketing. Couldn't do it without them. Couldn't do it without you at home. So go ahead and grab a shirt, a hat, a mug, a polo, grab a windbreaker, get it ready, because it's July, and I'm not going to rush it because my birthday's here in about 9 days. What is it, 21st today? Yeah, 21st, 9 days. My goodness. But get that windbreaker, because it will be fall here soon. You want to get ahead of the game? Grab it. Get it ready. Cleveland's Digital Leader, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, news, and everything in between. And you can rep the network that you love and have come to know here over the last almost a year, folks. Crazy. And, of course, download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Go check it out. Take us wherever you want to go. Inside Edge Network app. Roll with us on the road, wherever. Take us to Florida. We want to go to Florida next. All right? That's where we want to go. Chad B., my goodness, it's Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. Buddy, how are you feeling today?
I don't know. This day has gone so fast. No, I feel pretty good. Woke up to some thunderstorms this morning. That kind of rolled through the morning. I know out east of us, they've been having some trouble. I've seen a bunch of tornado warnings out east near, I don't know, Boardman, Youngstown, that area. So, I hope everybody's okay out that way. But, a little bit of a kind of a weird weather day, a little bit. But, I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you asking, man. I just got back, and you are such a patient co-host, and I appreciate you so much, my bro. I stepped out. Moonbash is this Saturday and Sunday. Day one will be, of course, Saturday, because Saturday comes before Sunday. This Saturday at Brothers Lounge. It's there on Detroit Avenue, 11609 Detroit Avenue. It's right by the urgent care, right there. AA does a pretty good description of it, too, over by West 117th in that area. So just go check it out. The Inside Edge Network will be there. You'll see Chad B. You'll see all your favorites, AA, Papa Moon, Kyle Cornell, everybody. You'll hear them discussing everything we talk about on a weekly basis, maybe some LeBron news, and, of course, interviewing the artists all day long. So I'm doing good, Chad B. Long story short, because I can always make a short story long, I went out to Brothers Lounge, and I just shared the word a little bit more with people out there, let them know that they definitely want to step out to Moon Bash this Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday we have DJs. It is official. I'll announce it here real quick, Chad B., and then we'll dive into things.
Cool.
Well, you'll see it on social media tomorrow, but DJ Chris Styles, which if you're in the Cleveland area, you're familiar. He's prominent on 95.9 FM WOVU here in Cleveland. He will be headlining DJ Night, Moonbash Day 2, a ton of great DJs. Very excited about that. Look out tomorrow. All right. Now I'm ready, Chad B. Now I'm ready because we saw some interesting comments yesterday. We saw it came from Hoop Central is where we got it from. They, I believe, got it from NBA Courtside. But this came from Fanatics Fest, the original source, Fanatics Fest. And Anthony Edwards, he's kind of had some interesting comments. He mentioned about LaMelo Ball. Hey, LaMelo Ball, we're going to have some ups, probably going to have some downs, probably a lot of downs in the first season, he said. And, we'll embrace them. And I know Minnesota Timberwolves fans are not wanting to hear that. Anthony Edwards up in the air right now in terms of is he going to be there long term. They just have sent away the second guy that they thought could be the right pairing for Anthony Edwards to get a championship done. They tried it with Cat, who was already there. They tried it with Julius Randle. Now they're on to LaMelo Ball, and we'll see if it's a backcourt member that helps them get over the hump. But the big thing that stood out to me, Chad B., he was talking at Fanatics Fest about the face of the league, and he didn't necessarily just start talking about it. Let me rephrase. They asked him, the reporter asked him, hey, do you feel like you're one of the faces of the league? How do you feel about that? And Anthony Edwards had some interesting comments when it comes to the face of the league that sparked the discussion between me and you last night after the shows. So let's get into it. Take a look at Anthony Edwards here at Fanatics Fest discussing the face of the NBA.
Ant is one of the faces of the league, right? Have you accepted that you're one of the faces of the league?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the mic, and you tell me why you have not accepted that yet.
I think because the face of the league comes with a lot of responsibilities, and I think one of those is winning the championship, and I haven't did that yet. So maybe Jalen Brunson or one of those guys.
Interesting comments. Again, of course, courtesy of Fanatics Fest. We got that from Hoop Central on Twitter. And, of course, they got it from, I believe, NBA Courtside. So just kind of obviously sent through a few different channels, but originally stemming from Fanatics Fest. All right, Chad, we had an interesting comment there if you're Anthony Edwards, right? This is the guy, number 1 overall draft pick in 2020. Now teams up with the number 3 overall draft pick in LaMelo Ball. And he's a guy who's made a Western Conference Finals. He's been close. He's been entertaining. Anytime you hear him talk, he's super entertaining. He's been in discussion for awards. He won Rookie of the Year, I believe, in 2020. And I'm going to fact check and just double check because sometimes awards just sneak past me. But I'll tell you this. If he's not one of the faces, and he did not, I take it back. LaMelo Ball did. So he actually lost to his teammate. My apologies. But regardless, he's there. He's strong in terms of the face of the league, in my opinion. One of the young faces of the league. And it gets tricky, right? You're like, well, when you break down, well, these are the old heads, for a lack of better words, of the face of the league. And then these tiers, these categories. Chad B., what and who determines the face of the NBA? It's two different questions, but, from media to players and their opinion, those differ. From coaches, that differs. Front office, that differs. So I'm going to ask you first, and who may be a little shorter of an answer to reply to, but who determines the face of the NBA, and then what to you determines the face of the NBA? Is it rings? Is it individual awards? Is it longevity with a team? What is it, Chad B? Talk to me.
Well, I think it's a mix of a lot of different things, but I think most of all, it's marketability is what decides it, right? Because it doesn't matter. You can try to force certain players out into the public and make them the face of your league, but if they're not marketable, there's probably not much of a point to try to do that, right? Like certain guys, you look at let's just use baseball for example. Mike Trout. Mike Trout purposely doesn't make himself super marketable. He does what he has to do. He does the bare minimum, and that's fine. I don't think anybody expects him to go above and beyond. You do what you're comfortable with, right? You do have a certain I think there's a certain expectation or responsibility that goes along with being a superstar. In any professional sports league, you're going to have to do some appearances. You're going to have to do that. But it's funny because when she asked the question, you could see, I mean, he had a visceral response, right? He kind of leaned away from it. You know what I mean? You could see his response there, but I don't know. I just just a reaction to the video. But to get back to your question, yeah, marketability is what decides it. Who is that's a multi-layered question. I think it depends. It depends on the era. It depends on the time. There was once upon a time where, I guess, season ticket holders would have mostly, I guess, determined that because the games weren't televised. The games weren't, well, there was no social media.
Right.
Now it's kind of social media, right? It's like people around the world can connect with the game more so than ever. And the NBA has always been pretty worldwide. I mean, not always, but, in the last 20, 30 years, they've done a good job of trying to expand into being a worldwide, entity. And they've done a really good job of that. But I think that now with social media, the world's even smaller. It shrinks it down even smaller. So more people have access to that. So now I think the answer to who is it's social media. It's the people who are, consuming all these posts and all this whatever is out there on social media, whether it's highlights or, podcasts or just, people going on their Twitch stream and complaining about their teammates or whatever. Not that would ever happen in the NBA, but I think it's a multi-layered question. It depends on the time frame. It depends on the era of the league. It just depends on where you are right now. It's marketability and social media.
See, and that's the tricky thing, right? Because, yeah, you're spot on. If it's the 80s and 90s, for the most part, it was rings and longevity. Bird, Magic, Jordan, they all spent time with one team. Boston for Bird, LA for Magic, of course, Chicago for Jordan. And
I think it also helps to bring something different to the league. I think it helps.
Yes.
There's a reason that people have their eyes on you and on the league now because you've brought something so different. Look at Jordan, look at LeBron, look at Kobe, Shaq, the more modern guys that have just sort of, they come in and change the game. Not to cut you off, but that's just
No, you're fine. I guess for me, it's I'm trying to figure it out though, because yeah, marketability, but Chad, a lot of these guys are already marketable. You got to think, and I'm not saying you don't think about this, but for the folks at home, but a lot of these guys come out of college and they're usually a star freshman, and you get your what is it? Your gold nugget that you find. You're digging, you find your gold nugget. Maybe later in the draft. And there are the cases. Draymond Green, second round pick. Of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think he was the last. I think he's the last pick in the lottery, or the 16th pick. He was mid first round. So I mean, you have your gold nuggets you find, but ultimately, a lot of these guys are already marketable. Chad, think about this past draft class. Cam Boozer, literally player of the year, if I'm not mistaken, at Duke. I mean, a guy who stood out great. AJ DeBanzo was out there on first take announcing where he's going to college when he went to BYU. And, of course, Darren Peterson has drawn a lot of, ire in terms of first take, too. So these guys are branching out. It's different than what it was in the 80s and 90s. And I know there's a little bit of an age gap. I know you're still in your prime. That's why we're prime time, baby. But, 80s and 90s.
As well.
Yeah, 80s and 90s, though, you weren't seeing this much. Correct me if I'm wrong. You weren't seeing a lot of this decision, signing days. You weren't seeing these types of decisions when the Pistons got Adrian Dantley, right? Adrian Dantley, and they brought him in. They weren't seeing a big move hey, Dantley, is announcing that you weren't seeing this. I was actually talking to Pop Moon on the way to Brothers Lounge earlier today, about a few hours ago. And, he feels a little differently about the LeBron stuff. I'm going to peel the curtain back. And, of course, he'll talk Saturday at Moon Bash with Double A, and I'm sure he'll have some opinions whether LeBron's signed or not. But, he's like, man, I'm kind of getting tired of the LeBron stuff. He's a great player, but I'm truly tired of it, man. And I explained to Pops, I said, I understand it to a degree, but I said, for me, this is the social media era. This is how can you draw this back to your point, the marketability. But again, to kind of come full circle, a lot of these guys are already marketable. That's, I guess, where I'm at, So it's that's why I started stripping down the question a little bit more when we were talking last night during our discussion. Again, after the shows, we're talking, and I go, is it rings? Because if it's rings right now, it's technically LeBron and Steph would share that. They both have 4, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the most in the NBA out of current players. Okay, if it's individual awards, well then, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander might be stepping up. He's won back-to-back MVPs. He's been a finals MVP. Does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander step into the discussion? Is it the city you play in? Because, hey, Jalen Brunson has entered the conversation. He's an NBA champion, NBA finals MVP, and he plays in New York. So, of course, you're going to have that discussion. Or is it longevity? with one team, because that's the one knock that we have on LeBron James. And if you were to go, because a lot of people's answer, I understand why, is going to be LeBron James is the face of the league. There's no discussion. But the one knock on LeBron James, besides the losing finals record that some give him, or not, he gave it to himself, but they give him that heckling, is the switching of teams from Cleveland to Miami to back to Cleveland to Los Angeles. Now wherever he goes, it won't be Los Angeles, so it will be a new team, whether a retread or whatever. Stephen Curry, though, has done it all with Golden State. Now, granted, he's had help. Kevin Durant obviously helped and brought a few titles in, so maybe that it gets tricky, right? Because Steph has technically won the same amount of rings, and LeBron never had to leave. They came to him.
Yeah. Well, I think marketability is more than just coming from a high-profile program or being a really good player. I think marketability is the ability to kind of, not just do what the NBA wants you to do, because I think if that were the case, LeBron probably never would have left Cleveland, or he would have gone right to a large market city and just stayed there, right? That would have been, New York or Chicago, like one of the kind of the NBA darlings, right? And you brought up Steph Curry, and it's almost like I don't think we've gotten bored of Steph Curry, but it's almost like, okay, he's been out in Golden State. They've had a couple down years. Like it's the luster's kind of worn off a little bit, right? LeBron keeps himself in the conversation by moving around. So it's like this. You've got to have this ability to kind of play the game a little bit, not just the game of basketball, but to play the. It's not even necessarily a popularity game. It's just that you got to be polarizing, right? You have to be on one side of the coin or the other for a lot of people, and LeBron's been able to do that pretty masterfully. I don't know. I can't imagine it's been on accident. He's made a lot of decisions and a lot of he's had a lot of time to weigh all the options and had plenty of people on his side that conceivably know what they're doing. So I think it's just marketability is just more than, hey, this guy's a big name, he's a good player from a big school, let's elevate him. You have to be willing to kind of do a little bit of what the NBA wants, do a little bit of what the fans want, do enough of your own thing to kind of like maintain that individual kind of personality. Otherwise, you just kind of fade into the league, right?
I get that.
A lot of guys have done. A lot of great players have come up into the NBA and just sort of faded into the league, right?
But I'm not gonna not to interrupt you, pal. But Tim Duncan though. Let's throw Tim Duncan into the conversation. Tim Duncan was being presented as one of the faces of the league. It was a time also where you had Kobe, of course. Shaq was still around. Dwayne Wade was starting to kind of around the Spurs ending of that real run that ended in 07 with that championship, and then they got one, of course, against Miami later on. You had Tim Duncan in that discussion of faces of the league. If we were to put and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I were to put the three faces of the league right now, it's LeBron James, it's Stephen Curry, and it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those are the three faces of the league. You could argue with me Nikola Jokic. I will definitely hear that out, but I just, you saw the buzz that it drew from Giannis. We've been talking about him being traded from Milwaukee for 2 years. And sure, some guys get that kind of discussion, but not as much. But okay, back in the day, it was Tim Duncan, it was Kobe Bryant, and then insert whoever was on a hot run. At points, it was Dwayne Wade. At times, it was other guys. But Tim Duncan wasn't polarizing, Chad. He wasn't. He didn't even. Excuse me. I was going to say real quick. You never even heard him talk. He was to the point. The basketball, the fundamental.
No, he does talk. We got to make him out. No, I think it was a different time, and I think that's the prime example of it depends on the era, right? He was at the end of not the end, but he was at the beginning of like where social media was starting to pick up. True. And there wasn't it wasn't the shock and awe era where like, if you're a LaMelo Ball and you drive a go-kart around on the rooftop of your building or whatever, and someone sees you, okay, well, look, he's a terrible driver. He's driving on the road. These things like attract attention, right? You've got the shoe brand, big baller brand. Nobody wears that outside the Ball family, right? But these things attract attention now. And that's where we are. We're in this social media world where, people do TikTok challenges to get, try to get 1 million views or whatever. They'll do whatever it takes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be intelligent. It doesn't have to be whatever. It just has to be polarizing one way or the other. And I think that's more suited toward the personality of just kind of where we are right now. Think about like doom scrolling. People don't have the attention span to sit down and watch the Spurs run through their offense anymore. It's just not like that. It's just a different era. And I think that's a prime example of the era matters, right?
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to ask you this. We got to go to break here in just a few moments, bud. But I want to ask you this. And this is a great convo. We could always revisit here because there's a lot to break down when it gets to it. We don't have enough time in 20-ish minutes, But what I will say is, as far as the league right now, again, I said, there's tiers in terms of like the old heads, the OGs, the faces. But the NBA is going to get ready for the next phase. They have a few options. Giannis is in that right now. But the Giannis, like, even if he gets a full run run by himself as the face. Let's remember he's 31 years old. So these guys, Jokic, they aren't necessarily super young.
Can I say something really quickly?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is not my opinion. This is a fact of how it's been. I don't think we're ever really going to – maybe soon. I'd be surprised, though, if we enter into an era where the face of the NBA could be from outside America. I would be really surprised.
See, and I would hear you on other sports maybe, but I disagree on the NBA because of how much they've been doing for, like, they did the NBA, in Africa, the NBA Cares way back in the early 2000s.
Absolutely.
And them going over to China and Kobe making that impact. And other players too, of course. Yao Ming coming over here. And I know Yao Ming wasn't the face of the league, but he was a national sight to see. Sure. Every time he was on and I think we're in a time now in 2026 where the NBA is one of the most receptive in terms of somebody else being the face of the league. There's no kickback, and I know MVP is a little different discussion than who are we putting on commercials. Yeah. But look at how many European players have won the MVP. That's just the world we live in terms of basketball at a professional level. So I hear it, but I think there is an opportunity. But I do think there's a few names that stand out, and you could think on it. You can say, I need more time, and that's okay. Or if you have a quick answer now, of course, you can tell me tonight, and we can expand upon it. But there's some guys that stand out. I'll name some right here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic. Of course, you have Anthony Edwards. LaMelo Ball, his teammate. He's still a young guy, and you have opportunities there. You have a ton of these young guys. Victor Wembanyama. You have all of these guys. I don't know why you want to just say it like, Wembanyama. But, you have all these guys. Jason Tatum even, who's, about 29, I believe, right now. At 29, 30 years old. So he's a little bit on the older side, but out of that bunch.
Yeah.
Out of those guys I named, or somebody I maybe didn't name, who do you think could be the face of the league for an extensive time, 5 to 7 years? And it's okay if you need more time. It's a loaded question.
It's okay because we're back in that. Okay, it's like, okay, you've got a couple of guys who are not from the United States. And again, not my opinion. I don't care where you're from. If you're a great player and you're going to be the face of the league, you're the face of the league. That's fine with me. I don't care. But I think we're in that place where the NBA wants it badly to be Anthony Edwards, but he's in kind of a small market place, right? Not that the NBA would ever, suggest or nudge him to go anywhere. And we've seen smaller market. LeBron thrived in Cleveland. Cleveland was considered a small market at one time, but when you've got Dan Gilbert willing to do whatever it takes to win a championship, are you truly a small market? So I don't know. I guess, Wembanyama's there. But again, like just the being from outside of America, I feel like it works against him in a way that, I don't know. We're just in a weird time with the way we consume our superstars, but it very well could be Wemby. He's definitely something to behold. The way that he makes everything look so easy at, 7 foot, what is he? 7'4"?
I believe 7'3", 7'4", yeah.
Yeah. He makes everything look easy, and he looks tall out there, but he doesn't look. I don't know. Gosh, man, I know the league probably wants it to be Anthony. It's probably going to be Wemby, but that's a tough question, man. Maybe I need to think on that for a little while.
Yeah, let's stew on it. Let's do this. Let's give ourselves a few days on this. We'll come back on Friday. There's your tease, folks, for Friday. If you need a reason to tune in all week, that'll be one of them. Of course, a ton of other stuff, but we'll talk about maybe who we believe will be the face of the league when LeBron does call it quits. When Stephen Curry, they retire. And that's it. Whether it's this season, the next season, it's coming closer than we think. Somebody's gonna have to step up and be the torch taker, right? Somebody that runs the next era of NBA basketball. They're trying to find it right now. You have Shai, you have Luka, you have Wemby. We'll keep an eye on it all.
I don't think Shai's brand of basketball is exciting enough. That's what.
No, not at all, not at all. And we'll talk about it Friday. But I got some opinions on Mr. Gilgeous-Alexander. A great basketball player. I don't think he's marketable. So, yes. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, Chad B and I are going to take a quick pause. I'm going to join everybody. I'm going to grab a caffeinated beverage while you do as well, or dinner, wherever you may be in the East Coast, the West Coast, in the middle of the United States, around the world. We appreciate you so much for rocking with us. That's Chad Bryan to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. This is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Guess what, folks? We're just getting started. 3 hours, 3 streams. Excuse me. Whoa. 3 hours, 3 shows, 1 stream. 1 stream. You stay right here, folks. You stay right here. We're back talking about the Guardians when we come back. Is it time to welcome home a former Cleveland great, at least in the last 10 years? Great of the last 10 years. Chad B might have kicked my ass if I just said it all the time. But he's all right. I like him. I think he smiles a lot. All right, we'll talk about it when we get back. Is it time to bring a Met to Cleveland?
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Hey guys, awesome show on today's Unfiltered. We broke down a lot, everything from the flock camera situation in downtown Cleveland to the possibility about RTA. I mean, could it go away? My goodness, there's so much on the line there with them when it comes to their latest tax possibility increase as soon as May of next year. So we talked a lot about that. Can the Browns really host a Super Bowl? Might not be able to do that. I don't know. Got to get up to levels of people like Detroit, believe it or not. Who knows? Hey, tomorrow, all the different local news stuff that's going on here that affects you here in Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, in this community. We got it for you right here. Unfiltered, 5 p.m., all on the Inside Edge Network. I will see you there.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan, he's to my right, this time for real. To your right, this time for real, for real. To everybody's right, I'm Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent. Chad B, you know what? Papa Moon was talking to me the other day. He said, you know what, Chad hasn't hit in a while, and you don't have to do it right now, because now there's not a surprise. You haven't hit a shoulder turn in a long time. So just remember that. You know, you're letting Papa Moon down, but not really. It's okay. It's all good. Hey, you can't let us
get in line. He has to get in line for that.
Yes. Well, I was going to say, Chad, you'll never let us down, man. You know what? The people love you. And you know what? You can't let us down at home if you go ahead and like, subscribe, follow Inside Edge, Inside Edge Net on all the socials. Ooh, oh my goodness. Is Halloween coming here?
Happy you too. That's a regular thing for me now. The Inside Edge. InsideEdge.
No, we're not going to speak that into existence. That was a one time.
Oh,
Nobody saw that.
I
Hold on,
do.
ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
I say it now. I lean into
Take
it.
two. Take two.
All
All right.
We're
Like,
not
subscribe, follow at InsideEdge Net on all the socials. Of course, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Smash that notification bell so you know when we're going live. 4 daily shows for you Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 p.m., starting with Kyle Cornell on Unfiltered. Then, of course, you have the one stream, 3-hour, 3-show phenomenon, Inside Edge Primetime Chad and I from 10 to 11. 11 to 12, the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm. We absolutely have a great time. Chad, Double A, and I rotate throughout the week. Tonight, I'm up on the
very
docket.
busy when I'm spitting and rotating.
It's going to be crazy. Going to be crazy. And, of course, our program director, our bro, Double A Anthony Alford, on Hinged at midnight for Midnight Run with Anthony Alford. So you have all that. Of course, Real Talk Pop Moon, Saturdays at 5 p.m. Of course, you have Illegal Formation with Chad and TK. TK Dandridge, that is, on Mondays at 7 p.m. And the main event, Rob Rozicki, Double A, and myself on Sunday nights. A lot of great programming. Voice of Land, Kevin Arnold, Ryan Mosser. Thursdays at 6:05. A lot of great stuff for you. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. InsideEdgeNetwork.com. InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you're going to want to go as well. Read about your favorite personalities. Check out our partners page. A lot of great stuff there. A lot of great deals. Could not do without them, so we appreciate them so much. And we appreciate you at home, of course. So go grab a hat, a shirt, a mug, a polo, a windbreaker, get it all ready. Rep Cleveland's digital leader and your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, news, and everything in between. And download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Take us wherever you want to go. Whether it's late at night, you're going to the bar, on the weekend, whatever. Put it on the bar. See if you can Bluetooth that damn thing. And come on, put us on the bar. The bar speaker. Get us wherever you need to go on Roku. All right, Chad B. I got a proposition for you.
Okay.
Man, I look, I know I made a case yesterday. I'm going to have to, this may be like a special Make a Case Tuesday because I don't think you're going to be with me on this at all. I don't think you're going to be with me at all on this. All right, the Guardians, I said about a month ago, and we can pull the clip maybe for later this week. I said they were going to be the biggest buyers at the deadline.
Yeah.
It hasn't started off that way yet. But then, of course, the deadline not till August 3rd, Chad B. We have some time. It'll heat up here sooner than later.
Hot
You
stove.
would think. Yeah. We'll keep an eye on it all. But the Guardians obviously need some help. I'm not saying a substantial amount of help. They're obviously jockeying for the AL Central. But they need some help in terms of, hey, maybe another bullpen arm, because, I know some people are fans of, I believe, Matt Festa, but sometimes it gets a little rough there. Other guys, it get a little spotty. Maybe you need some bullpen help. Maybe you need another bat. Of course, I will never say no to another bat in Cleveland because I still have flashbacks of 2016 and Michael Martinez being the final batter for that World Series. It's just kind of one of the tales of how the Guardians got to the point they just ran out of essentially able bodies to be able to do that. No disrespect to Michael Martinez, wherever he may be. But the Guardians are going to need some help. And I was thinking, the New York Mets, they're an absolute dumpster fire. Steve Cohen, we've talked about all this. Chad about how they babysit Juan Soto and give him preferential treatment, more, very exclusive treatment in terms of, how he gets to move around as opposed to the other players. They put out their list of players they will not trade. And you know who wasn't on there? Francisco Lindor. No. Francisco Lindor. Lindor, former Cleveland Guardian. Of course, on that 2016 World Series team. Had a lot of great moments, finished second in Rookie of the Year voting behind Carlos Correa, his rookie season, was in discussion for MVP a few times, multiple-time All-Star. I mean, the guy is one of the most electric Guardians, and in my opinion, my favorite. It's my opinion because it's my favorite. My favorite, one of them, Guardians. He's in that top 10 of favorite Guardians all time because of how much he meant when he was here, and he had a lot of good memories. Now, people remember the sourness of how it ended and, him kind of starting to turn the cold shoulder towards Cleveland, at least the Guardians organization, Chad. At least the Guardians organization. And, he obviously felt slighted because they weren't going to pay him what New York did and what other teams were going to and willing to do as well. So I can understand him feeling like that. And, of course, maybe some other uneasy feelings towards Francisco Lindor, and the Mets are a dumpster fire, and you look at his stats, not super pretty. But is it time? And maybe not even is it time, because I know you're about to rain on my parade. But I'll ask you like this. Would you, if the Mets took on most of the money, said like, hey, we'll Bobby Bonilla this, and we'll work this out, would you be open arms to one Francisco Lindor?
No.
Why, though?
It really doesn't even have as much to do with Francisco Lindor as it has to do with just kind of where the Guardians are right now. I agree. I agree with everything Luna just said. I agree. I couldn't agree more, honestly. that's my dog. What are you going to do? But with Lindor, I mean, I think that, you see the numbers are, I mean, they've been back up. The average is okay in New York. He said, he's over 30 home runs 3 seasons in a row, and that's fine. But for me, it's the $32 million a year that they're going to owe him over the next 5 years. And like you said, I know, the Mets, hypothetically speaking, the Mets say, hey, we'll pay most of that. Yeah, it's fine. But then what do you do with Brian Rocchio? Rocchio's having a really, really nice year. I don't think you want to not upset him, physically upset him, like make him mad, but I just don't think you want to upend that. I don't think you want to interrupt that and ask him to move and change positions. I don't know that Lindor would be the ideal fit at second base. I don't know that he would even really want to come here and play second base. And obviously I know, you've got Travis Bazzana there. His defense has been, he could work on a few things here and there. For me, also, it's just the fact that I think he's just a better fit in other places that have more to offer. And I think the Mets are in this kind of weird position where they don't want to pay that $32 million over 5 years. They don't, over $32 million a year over the next 5 years. I don't think they want to pay the most, the bulk of that. I think they really want to try to move Lindor. It seems like, you said it, they've done everything that they can to make him uncomfortable there. So that he'll seek a trade, so they don't have to be the bad guys. It looks like they're looking to move him, and I think that they don't want to say that because then you're strapped on what you can get back for him, right? So I think I think the Mets are in a situation where they want to move him, and there's a few better fits. I mean, the Red Sox, even the Braves, would be a decent fit for Lindor. I don't necessarily think that works. I don't know that I would be against it. Like I said, it doesn't really have anything to do with Francisco Lindor for me personally. It's just the fit. It's the fit in the future of the player and the franchise. I don't think match right now.
I understand your
point. Maybe a spot for him to. Even the Blue Jays, one of the few teams in the AL that are actually over 500. Go ahead, sir.
No, you're fine. I understand some of your points. I get it. I understand to a degree. I have a lot to say here, and I know we're crunched on time, but I want to show you this clip. We talked about it yesterday from Sean Morash from WFAN. He was sitting here talking about exactly what we're talking about in terms of Lindor and where he's at. This is a perspective from New York about making Francisco Lindor maybe feel uncomfortable, unwelcome. They're kind of what you alluded to. Let's hear it from a New York perspective, and then I'll give you my reasons on why he should be back here. Okay. And he should be back here, tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, take a look at this. From WFAN, this is Sean Morash.
I almost look at this, Tiki, as a smokeout situation. I think
being smoked. So
I think they really want to deal Lindor.
So they're trying to get rid of him.
They want Lindor, in my opinion, to feel as unwelcome as possible now, so he wants out.
So he'll ask out.
He might approve more teams on that no movement clause. And you know what? Follow the breadcrumbs now, Tiki.
Okay.
Because we've talked around this enough for basically a year. It felt like everything last year. I mean, it was this time last year we were getting ready for David Wright Day, wasn't it?
Right.
We were talking about, maybe they'll make Lindor the captain.
Right.
And then was it the beginning of this year or in the offseason, we'll never name a captain, that old stuff. And if you're Lindor, you got to go, I am the captain of this team.
That felt like it was linked to Juan Soto and Juan Soto's private conversation with ownership and David Stern.
And door number 2 is Juan Soto. And this is not Juan Soto's fault at all. He is signed here for the long term. Insert Yankee joke here wherever you want. The Mets are Juan Soto's team. He's the most important player to be happy on this team.
He's the most consistent player on this team.
And he's earned it, obviously, with the bat. Right. He plays every day. That's been the story of his career. And if Juan Soto and the Francisco Lindor relationship is even 25% as toxic as we've suspected it is, then this just kind of proves it too.
And that was, again, courtesy of Sean Morash and Tiki Barber there on WFAN. Chad Ryan. Oh, I can't wait to convince you. So here's why. Francisco Lindor should come back. And you heard it there from Sean Morash. They're trying to make him uncomfortable, unwelcomed. They're trying to make him feel like he's not belonging in New York. He shouldn't be a Met. This is Juan Soto's team. Clearly, everybody in that city believes this is Juan Soto's team. Juan Soto doesn't even believe he's the captain. He just wants to chill and do what he wants to do. But here's a few reasons why. And I'll be brief with it because we got to get the break here. We got Tuesday Top 5 coming up.
Yeah.
I'll be very brief with it. One, we're talking about a guy who, I get it, he's not from Cleveland, but he spent a lot of his career in his young, really last of his teenager years here. Francisco Lindor was not welcome in New York. LeBron James, they didn't really care for him in Los Angeles. So wouldn't it be fitting that Francisco Lindor also looks to go where he was appreciated, where he was welcomed? He gets to go play with one of his longtime buddies, Jose Ramirez, at least here in Cleveland. He gets to feel that love. Cleveland, for the most part, would welcome him back because I'm not going to believe that we won it because a lot of people said we want to welcome LeBron back, and then 2014 happened. So I believe that Francisco Lindor does have a lane to be appreciated here. And if it's about appreciation, if that's one of the big things, then of course he'll feel that here, I believe, in Cleveland. Number 2, he's already experienced both sides of things. Winning but not getting paid a ton of money, and getting a lot of money but not winning a lot. So now what is it about for him? And obviously he already has a contract, but if they can work out something where he, works out the money, if he's really truly unwelcome, doesn't feel like he wants to be there, they'll figure out something to make the money work. And again, you heard in the clip, maybe he's open to accepting a few more trades from other teams. Could Cleveland be in the mix there? Now, I get the fit. I understand the discussion about the fit. Brian Rocchio having I'll be careful saying elite, but damn near close to having a pretty damn good shortstop year.
Yeah.
He's played, obviously, there primarily the entire season. And I understand it would be tricky to move him. I did some research on Brian Rocchio, though. Did you know he played 50 games at second base? Started those at second base last year. This year, I believe he's done a few, but he has played some second base.
Yeah, it's an old adage in baseball, man. You don't move a guy while he's hot, right? Like, you just don't move him off. Like, baseball is the ultimate. So it's hard to get comfortable. Right?
But here's what I'm suggesting.
Okay,
and it would be a super expensive utility. But you don't move Rocchio out. I thought about it after last night. We talked about it. I said maybe you put Bazana, you move Rocchio over to second, or you see maybe if Lindor can figure it out. That could get a little tricky, and then you mess with the Rook's confidence. I get it.
Yeah.
Is Francisco Lindor open to DH in? We don't bring him in every single day, but Rhys Hoskins has been playing the field. Manzardo at times, unfortunately, has been unplayable. So you don't have too many first basemen that are really standing out, that are going to be in a platoon. Of course, Hoskins can go to the outfield if you really need to get somebody else in there. But it's a long shot, but could Francisco Lindor be that fed up? Could the money work its way out? And could he wind up where he's appreciated and just be looking to win a World Series? He's 32 years old. He's not a spring chicken, as Pop Moon says it every now and then. He's not a spring chicken anymore. He's somebody that, he has got a little more tread on the tires. He is somebody that maybe he just wants to get one. And when has he been the closest? Right here in Cleveland. He was a few innings away from winning a World Series. So I think it could make sense if he's open to it, if he feels unwelcome, if the Mets, who are going to have to work something out, nobody's going to eat that entire contract besides a select few teams. So something's going to have to get worked out money-wise. And if he's open to different possibilities, and if the other guys on this team too, it's going to come back on them too. Because yes, they're playing good, Chad, but they're also second in the AL Central right now. So they're not playing well enough. So if you can bring somebody in that can help out, and a veteran that has experience in big games here in Cleveland, let's not forget that big home run against New York, the Grand Slam, all those big moments. I think it's Francisco Lindor. I would welcome him back with open arms. You know what? I'd buy a jersey the same day.
Feels like a lifetime ago. I feel like bringing a shortstop into this mix, especially one with the complicated past that Lindor has here now. I just feel like that creates a little bit more of a disruption that I think the Guardians need.
I get it.
I think if they could run across a left fielder, right-handed big bat left fielder type of guy, do it. Whatever you got to do it.
I get it.
But yeah, I just feel like that creates a lot of disruption. Like I said, nothing personal against Francisco Lindor at all. The past is the past, but I just don't. It's just fit and financially, it just doesn't all work for me.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Josh Donaldson. I know that's a different name, but once a great third baseman. He was playing a little bit of outfield for the Guardians. You could explore some options. I don't know. I'll keep poking the bear a little bit and seeing if I can get you to convince you, change your mind. But we got to get the break here. When we come back, it's Tuesday Top 5. I'm not telling you what it is. Chad B's not telling you what it is. You two got to stay tuned in after the break. We'll put a bow on this episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad B to my right, your right, which means it's everybody's right. That's where he's at. I'm Eli Moon. We're back after this.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Look, I know people don't want to hear this, but Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson being best friends, being bros, that only works out to be for the best for the Cleveland Browns. If you want somebody to be successful in that QB room, it might be best that your two QBs are working together instead of against each other. Also, last night, I gave a list of LeBron's worst teams he could join. Not the best teams. We know the best teams, but the worst teams. We talked about that last night on Midnight Run. Plus, the SEC and the Big Ten, they don't need the NCAA at all. They don't need them. I explained last night why they should split apart. Coming up tonight on Midnight Run, we got a lot of things to get into. We are inching close to training camp. We got a ton of other things. I do want to get to the All-Star thing because Major League Baseball posted their best ratings, their best viewership numbers for the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in 8 years. The NBA All-Star Game posted their best ratings in almost 20 years. Which All-Star system is better? Game is better? Baseball or basketball? I do want to get to that. Plus, our latest installment of Smash or Pass. We got all that coming up tonight on Midnight Run right here on the Inside Edge Network and on our Roku app, Inside Edge Network. See you then.
No time to waste, folks. No time to waste. We have to get into it. Welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We're back in the saddle for the final segment here of Inside Edge Primetime on this Tuesday. Chad B, I'm going to beg for the forgiveness of one Autumn Chisholm and maybe see if we can get a few-minute overrun because we cannot rush into it. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to see what we can do. Yeah. I have a little bit of rent money today, so we'll see what we can do. Welcome back, of course. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow Inside Edge Net on all the socials, InsideEdgeNetwork.com, and download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. I'm going to hand it over to Chad B. You know what time it is, bud.
I do know what time it is. Well, it's Tuesday. We talked about that earlier. That means it's time to do one of my, I call every segment my favorite segment now.
Yeah, you made me feel really bad during the break. I'm like, hey, we're going to be on a little bit of a time crunch. You're like, oh, okay. Okay, my favorite segment. Chad, every segment is your favorite segment.
Yeah, I texted the sad emoji. I was like, whatever, man, it's fine. But what it doesn't matter. It's Tuesday. It's fine. It's time for Tuesday Top 5.
Yeah.
Listen, Eli, we were thinking about what in the world we could do for the Tuesday top 5 this week. And we decided on the fact that as you think about sports, everybody remembers the champions, right? Champions get the parades, they get the documentaries, they get the where were you when moments, right? Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're honoring the teams that came painfully close to immortality before sports ripped their hearts out in the cruelest way possible. We know a lot about that as Cleveland fans. These squads were loaded with stars. Maybe they dominated their seasons. They looked destined to be remembered forever until one game turned them into the greatest what ifs of their generation. And from historic, undefeated runs maybe that ended at the finish line to the dynasties that kind of stumbled maybe one step short of greatness. Here are the 5, to me, the top 5. The top 5, greatest modern sports teams that finished with the most painful title of all, Eli. Runner up. It is the top 5 best runners up. I love that little flashback to the screen. I love that. That's my favorite thing. Love when StreamYard does that. Don't ever think anything differently. So let's just, and again, these are modern teams. I don't know. There might have been like a 1930, AFL team that was unbelievable, right? Maybe they beat everybody 88-0 and they lost the championship game or so. I don't know. I didn't watch that team. So these are all teams that I personally watched and saw play 4, 5, 6 times at least, right? So I tried to think of it that way, and we put this list together. I think we did a pretty good job.
I think so too. We actually collabed on this one a little bit, I like this one. I hopefully you use some of the ones all right, let's see. Let's just see.
Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna no flashback on the screen. We weren't ready for that. Number 5 is 06 Ohio State Buckeyes football. It's 06-07. That Ohio State team that lost. Well, I'll tell you this: coming into the BCS National Championship against Florida. They looked untouchable, right? They were the unanimous number 1 team in the country. They had been so all season long, if you remember. They looked like the number 1 team. Troy Smith had just won the Heisman Trophy. Ted Ginn Jr. took the opening kickoff to the house. Columbus was they were planning the parade in Columbus, and then Ginn got hurt. Someone jumped on his back, and Ginn went down. His ankle was hurt. He went to the locker room, and everybody, you held your breath because you know it was going to go on. And somehow that was the high point of the night. Florida pretty much spent the next 3 hours introducing the Big Ten to SEC speed, courtesy of Urban Meyer and that crazy pass rush. They won 41-14 in a game that just really launched a decade of the SEC is just different. Ohio State really didn't lose a championship that night. They kind of accidentally created a conference-wide inferiority complex. So for me, it's the 2006 Ohio State Buckeyes football team, Eli.
Yeah, I think this is one of the first times I remember Papa Moon vividly walking out of a TV setting where he just couldn't watch anymore. He was so frustrated with this 06-07 Buckeyes team. Florida, they were just on a massive run at the time. And I'll be honest, we were talking about it last night. I don't think Ohio State ever recovered, even though they made it back to the national championship a few years later. They couldn't get over their SEC demons, the nightmare of the SEC. And LSU just took them to town, man.
Next year. They had 2 close games, this Buckeyes team. They beat Illinois 17-10 at Illinois that season in November, and then they had the 42-39 matchup against Michigan. They both came in undefeated. That was a crazy game. But that was it. They looked like they were pretty poised to run right through whoever they were going to get. They did not run through Florida. So that is the number 5 team.
I'm going to make a face. Here we go. It's gonna come back to us. Here we go.
Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here's number 4.
Oh,
caught us. It's the 1995 Cleveland. Well, they were the Indians then. So that's who it is. Listen, this Indians lineup, Eli, it was basically a cheat code. You had Albert Bell, Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, Eddie Murray. If you blinked, somebody was like hitting a home run around the bases. They won 100 games in a strike-shortened season. They had 144 games. Still won 100. Didn't matter. Literally bulldozed their way to the World Series. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry, but they ran into the Atlanta Braves and probably one of the greatest pitching staffs ever assembled in baseball. Cleveland scored just 16 runs in the 6 games of that World Series that year, proving that, I guess even one of the most terrifying offenses in baseball history can be humbled by Greg Maddux, throwing, all of 89, 90 miles an hour and throwing it at your hip. And, you watch it like 20 inches of arm side run back to the plate, whatever. For Cleveland fans, I think it was just another chapter in the city's long-running subscription to sports heartbreak. I talked about it. We've been there before. So it's a 95 Indians for me. It's the number 14.
That's a tough one, man. That's literally a tough one. This one, I don't think this is the one that really hurt Papa Moon. I think 97 hurt him more because they were right there than Jose Mesa and all that jazz. And that one hurt his soul. But I think this one definitely like humbled him for a minute because, him and of course, I was a few years from being born. But, he was walking with some pep in his step. He's like, real talk with Papa Moon is we're about to kick everybody's ass. And we did not kick everybody's ass when we got to the World Series. We lost the Atlanta Braves World Series. The pitching was phenomenal. Chad, back to you.
Yeah, hey, I've been there. I understand that feeling. I definitely have been there with the Braves. Obviously, the Braves have a couple titles, so I don't know that feeling necessarily, but I understand and I can empathize. The number 3 team on the list. Ready to make face?
Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up?
All right. Number 3 is the 2016 Warriors. I'll give them a little bit of credit. They were a great team. They won an NBA record 73 games. Right? Steph Curry became the first unanimous MVP. Everyone was debating whether this was the greatest team ever assembled. Then they took a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals, and then history happened, right? Draymond Green got suspended. Injuries started to pile up a little bit. Kyrie Irving hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history. LeBron James with the chase down block. The block heard around the world, really. And suddenly the greatest regular season ever became the greatest blown lead ever. Just that quick. They still won 73 games, but somehow the number that everyone remembers from that season is 3-1. That's it. That's their legacy for that season.
And that's why we put them at 3, because they're not the 1. They're the 3 for the games they had before they couldn't close it out. They're not even the best runner-up of all time, but they were a dominant team. All jokes aside, being unbiased for a moment, they were electric. Steph and Clay at that time were just shooting the lights out of the ball. That was the Splash Brothers at their peak, at the absolute peak. Of course, Draymond was playing good ball. They had Sean Livingston, guys that were on that bench that were just causing a problem, a serious problem. Even Maurice Spates, Mo Spates, who played here for a little bit, he was causing a problem. So, of course, they couldn't get it done, though. We're the champs. We did it. It was 10 years ago, but we did it. Damn it. All right. Back to you. Number 3. Also, we have Autumn here. I'm not bringing her on screen, but if she gives me the thumbs up, we're just looking for 3 minutes of overrun. 3 minutes of overrun. We got to get this list. She gave me the thumbs up, Chad. We're good.
All right.
We're clear.
All right. We're going to go number 2. Ready to make a face?
Yeah. Nice, dude. That was a good one.
I was in there. Number 2 is the 07 Patriots. We all know 18-0 entering the Super Bowl. Tom Brady threw, I think it was 5,000 touchdown passes that season. I think it was 5,000. Randy Moss caught like 2,400 of them. I don't know. But no, I think Brady threw 50. Randy Moss had 23 touchdown catches. They scored points like they were playing Madden on rookie mode. We talked about that. We don't like rookie mode players. Can't do that. But they looked like it. People were already engraving the 19-0 on the trophy before the kickoff even went down, right? Then Eli Manning somehow escaped a sack that defied physics. Not really known for his physical prowess at the quarterback position, right? But he did it. David Tyree caught a football with his head, basically, or with his helmet. And really, that was probably, I would say, one of the biggest upsets in sports history was complete, right? The Giants took him down. Patriots went from potentially being remembered as the greatest team ever to being remembered as the answer to a trivia question. Who lost to the Giants after starting the season 18? Unfortunately, that's what they became.
Yeah, you think about a great team. You think about, what Strahan on that team. You had O.C. Umenyiora. That defense was electric. And look, guys like the name Eli. Let's cut all the fluff out. The name Eli is a prominent name. These guys that are named Eli, we take care of business. No question across the board. So very proud of Eli Manning, but I would expect nothing less. So, kudos to the Giants. I was actually bummed. I know there's going to draw a lot of ire. I was hoping they went 19-0. I was really hoping this 07 team did it. I really loved the Brady to Moss connection. It was just a lot of fun. Their defense was fun. But damn, dude. And then everything that happened after. The 08 injury to Brady. The fact that they were able to rebound. I know we hate them here in Cleveland at times, Boston, whatever. But that was something that happened after this. All right, I'm gonna make a really cool face this time. Let me see.
You caught me taking a drink. Yeah, I think it's something. You appreciated the greatness, right? People were a little tired of the dynasty. I get it, but you had to watch the Patriots and Brady and Belichick and just be like, wow.
No, you're right. You're right, Chappie. No, I figured you were taking a drink because that was what you were gonna pose as for our number 1.
Yes, of course. So yeah, number 1. Let's put it on the screen.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. All right, cool.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
That was too much water. Too much water.
Too much H2O.
I'm good. The 02 Miami Hurricanes. listen, if you're talking about the greatest team that didn't finish the job, Eli, it's hard to top the 0-2 Miami Hurricanes football team. They entered the Fiesta Bowl riding what were they on a 34-game winning streak, I think. They had an NFL roster disguised as a college football team. A lot of people don't understand that. Willis McGahee, Andre Johnson, Vince Wilfork, Sean Taylor, Jonathan Vilma, Antrell Roll, Kellen Winslow. I could keep going for a while if you wanted me to, but that's good. We've only got a couple of minutes of overage. Yeah, this is like the World Cup. We have like 3 minutes of overage time, and then we got to go. The roster just kept producing future Pro Bowlers. It was wild. They thought they had beaten Ohio State in overtime. A lot of people don't understand this either. If you go back and you're really going to play by the rule of the law, the game shouldn't have even gone to overtime. There was a bad call against Ohio State. Whatever, doesn't matter. And then one of the most controversial pass interference flags in college football history extended the Buckeyes' final drive. Miami ended up losing in double overtime. The dynasty was effectively over. The Buckeyes broke the Hurricanes at that point. The Hurricanes got their recent revenge, though. I'll give them that. But it can't change the fact that Hurricanes fans have spent the last 2 decades reacting to any mention of that flag the way most people react to seeing a spider in the shower, though, Eli.
No, you're spot on. You're spot on. In Ohio State, this was like really the start of another run. Like, they had the momentum. Of course, they went back in 07. They went back in 09, I believe. They then 2014. And then, of course, a few times after that. This is the moment, I believe, for Ohio State for this century, the 2000s, that really turned it up a notch where I want to go play at Ohio State because you know what? They have a championship pedigree now. They are the leaders of the Big Ten, and this cemented that. So, great list. Chef's kiss. Great job.
Thank you. So that's an official thumbs up from Eli Moon then.
Oh, you got me. All right, you got me. That was good. That was good.
Ding, thumbs up.
Ding. Yeah. Don't get frozen, folks. Don't get frozen.
Don't do that.
All right.
Yeah, don't do that. It's like
we've overstayed. Yes, we've overstayed our welcome, but you know what? We appreciate Autumn Chisholm. That's why she's our favorite, of course, our favorite, because she let us go a little bit over so we can get in our Inside Edge Primetime Shenanigans, our Tuesday Top 5. And you know what? That's going to do it for us. For Chad, Brian, am I right? You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. This has been Inside Edge Primetime. We didn't pay rent today, so we got to go. Well, Chad does. I get to stay. I get a 30-day notice. All right, Autumn Chisholm coming up here after station identification. And, of course, one of the coolest, if not the coolest, we got to be careful. Kyle and her may argue. The coolest intro on Inside Edge Network. See you in a second.
Yep.
We made it.
Oh, we made it. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Eli. I'm dragging. I am dragging.
Not good.
I don't know why, but I'm super, super tired.
Do you want to try it again? Here, let's try it again. Hold on. Let's try it again. I got you. 1 second. We're gonna try it one more time. We're gonna try it because that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. We're gonna mute the mics. Hold on. We're gonna bring it again. We're gonna bring it.
Welcome into the Daily Spiral, everyone.
Oh,
I can't even pretend.
Did we do that? That's the first time we did that. That was so good. We didn't practice that or nothing live or anything.
No.
What's going on, Autumn? What's wrong?
There's nothing wrong. I'm literally exhausted. If you can hear it in my voice, I'm super tired. Honestly, this rain, I love it when it rains, but it's also killing my body when it rains. But
yeah, I get it. I get it. The sinuses too are a pain in the ass. Like I don't know if you get like sinus headaches or whatnot. I get like sinus headaches. Oh yeah, if it rains and then it's like hot for a few days after, I get like terrible pressure, right? Like in my nose and my forehead. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
oh no, I just get really tired and really sleepy.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I have to burp.
Oh no. Oh, we're on Hinge. Welcome into 11 o'clock, everybody.
Welcome into the Daily Spiral. As you guys can see, we're spiraling a little bit.
Yes.
We have an action-packed show for you. I was going to start off with roasting your profile, but I'm going to save you. I'm going to save you.
So we'll do that next week.
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it again.
Okay.
I also previewed a new lore drop.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But I'm not even going to start with that. I'm going to start with the phenomenon that I watched this weekend. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just been consuming clips online. And that is Streamer University.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what it is. I have no clue what the purpose is. All I know is that I have been cracking up all weekend.
It's good. I'm not going to lie. I don't really understand all of it. What I've gathered is Kai Cenat, obviously for those at home that aren't familiar, very popular streamer. Him and iShowSpeed are kind of like the top two, I'd say, right now. But, he does this thing. And I have not gathered it all, Autumn, but what I have gathered is basically it's an opportunity for streamers to basically get in front of an audience, his audience, and kind of show why they should get invested in their streaming, their product, their things like that. And there's been some cool things to come out of it. The tricky thing with Streamer University this year is what I've been hearing is that Kai Cenat didn't really choose up-and-coming streamers. He's already got people that are millions of followers or whatever. They're not really establishing them. So I've heard that complaint. But he has done a lot of great stuff, too. Chris Patrick, one of my favorite independent artists right now, he actually did a freestyle at the Mafia-thon or whatever Kai Cenat was calling it. And he did that. He did it last year, and it actually sent him to an extra stratosphere to where now it's like he's on XXL, the freshman list, and all that other stuff. But there's been cool stuff. I think it's, if you just don't take it so serious, right? It's a fun thing to take a look at and some of the stuff they do.
Yeah, so what I gather is it's essentially just a huge content farm. Like that's essentially what it is. Yep. Is that he brings them all to one place where they can just all make content with each other. And he sort of uses the backdrop of a university. Like I remember hearing about it last year, but I really didn't tap into it because I was like, I'm gonna just say right now, I'm old.
You better stop. Old. Don't say old. I turned 29 in 9 days. And
I'm 31.
Yeah,
sir, I'm 31.
You're not that much older than me, so don't say it because that makes
older.
Me feel old. Yeah,
but I don't get the appeal of streamers, but I've been consuming these clips.
Yeah,
and I kind of get it now. Okay, so my favorite duo of the entire time is a creator. His name is Blackboy Max, and he had a roommate named Wardrobe. Now, Wardrobe is 17. Blackboy Max is sort of like a controversial figure. He's also I think a rapper. But they were the funniest duo the entire weekend. Now, Blackboy Max also got into a little bit of controversy with another creator whose name is OJ. Now, he was a smaller creator who was brought in. So I think what he did this year is he brought in half and half. So he brought half smaller creators, half bigger creators. Because T-Pain was there, Sky Jackson, Dream Doll, people that are big time creators. Again, T-Pain. T-Pain himself was there. And he was crazy. People were like, oh, who are you? Are you a small creator? And he's like, absolutely, I am.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm not the guy who made all of your favorite 2000s bops. But, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, right? And I do give Kai Cenat a lot of credit. I've seen him post, earlier this year, I want to say it was. This year just feels like it's been 10 years. But, I think it was earlier this year he mentioned about his mental health and he took a step away from streaming and everything, And some people said, oh, it's a ploy, for marketing or whatever. Here's a secret, folks, for anybody out there listening. I want you to take your phone. I want you to take it as close as you can to your ear so you can hear me here. Kai Cenat has already done enough that he doesn't have to do a marketing ploy. He could turn on his camera after being gone from 8 months, and people are going to tune into him, and that's the reality of it. So I just had to get that off my chest because it drove me nuts. As somebody, we're very big, obviously, one of our pillars in terms of the network is mental health, and for people kind of crapping on him there at that moment, like, well, hey, it is a marketing employer, really, like, for real. I just think it's kind of crazy. This guy does a ton, whether you like everything he does or not. He's constantly in the scene. He's constantly making waves. He's doing the Streamer University. He's done other cool stuff. He's had some really fun interviews and funny interviews for that. John Cena was on the one where they went into he came into his room, visited his house, and they were trying the I think the Big Mac and another sandwich, but whatever. It's just funny stuff, man. People take themselves too seriously, I think, Autumn, and expect somebody to be in front of the camera 24/7. I'm going to be honest. Obviously, we're here every day of the week, Monday through Friday with everybody, and we're constantly in front of a camera. And obviously, I do music. You're a TikTok star, so you're obviously all over TikTok. But, but it is tiring at times. But it is tiring at times to always be in front of a camera. You got to think in Kai Cenat's world, it's like streaming for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours every day can take a toll on you. That's a lot because you don't have a downtime to kind of step away, take a cigarette break, whatever. You just got to be careful with certain things there too. So I think people just need to be a little bit more graceful. I think that's been my theme for the night so far.
Yeah, and honestly, like some of the people like really, really like some that were like bigger creators. Like I know a creator, his name is Jason the Lean. He's like a huge creator. He was there, and I'm like, why is Jason here? And I'm like, but I had to think about it. I'm like, there are certain people that watch certain streams. Like he had a creator there named I Love Puzzles. All she does is stream herself doing puzzles, and she had I think less than like 10K followers and left with 100K followers. Like wow. Certain like people came in with small followings, and I think that's okay. But I think also the thing that I really did see is that there were a lot of people who just straight up were just disrespectful.
Yeah, the fighting
like straight up.
Yeah, I mean ridiculous. Like grabbing onto even I think Kai Cenat at times and getting into grappling matches with him and so I mean just ridiculous. And it's like some people don't understand that this is an opportunity. And yeah, Kai Cenat's a fun guy and stuff, but he's also a grown-ass man. And he's not going to tolerate disrespect. Especially, again, not to keep going back to it, but when you look at some of the notable names he's had on his stream, the guests he's had, the things he's done, I mean, he's, again, right up there with iShowSpeed, who's in WWE right now. And Speed just did the World Cup. I think he did a pregame song and all that other jazz. But these guys are basically... It's funny. Somebody I know one time told me, I'm a TikTok reporter, and I said, okay, my brain is about the meltdown. This is the shutdown. Okay, but I after I figured it out, I was like, okay, guess what? We're okay. We technically do have social media reporters. I use that in air quotes because it's still a very careful thing to say. But if you're looking for people to kind of give you that outside scoop, it is streamers. Like, look at Neon. I'm not a big fan of Neon. Let's be very clear. But
I don't like Neon either.
Yeah, not a fan. But we can't disregard the fact that he had Giannis Antetokounmpo driving around in a car on his stream, driving around, getting actual insight from LeBron James. Not from LeBron James, but from Giannis about LeBron James. Same thing with Kai. Same thing with iShowSpeed and some of these other notable streamers. You may like them. You may not like them. They're polarizing, though. We just spent the time on Primetime before this autumn talking about LeBron James in the face of the league. You got to be a little polarizing, maybe. This is what these streamers have to do to get you into their stream immediately. And then once they develop that, they can kind of move how they want to move, but they're kind of reporting in a way, too. Some of this information is coming from streams. Jaylen Brown. Look at Jaylen Brown, for goodness sake.
Yeah, he became a streamer. That's why I said put the microphones down.
Yes.
Not everybody needs access.
Did you know, I'm sorry, real quick, Autumn, did you know, I know we talk baseball very lightly here on this show sometimes. Mookie Betts has a freaking...
A
podcast.
Stream?
Yeah. I didn't know that. I was watching him yesterday. He was talking to Cam Schlittler from the Yankees, and I did not know Mookie Betts had a podcast. I'm going to check it out, but it's still, like, to your point, it just worries me when players have podcasts. Like, everybody has a podcast, and it's like wait till you're retired. Like, just, or if you're LeBron, you're 40-something, you can do a podcast. You've done enough. Like, I don't know. That's my rant. I'm spiraling.
Like I said, put the microphones down. Everybody don't need to have... I have seen Mookie Betts' podcast, so his podcast is actually one that I think is okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything crazy. He'll have, like, former teammates or current teammates on there. I know they talked about Dalton Rushing a couple weeks ago. But honestly, hey, watching Streamer University or watching the clips, I'm like, okay, some of these people, yeah, I would follow them on social media or I would see them, but I'm not really like a streamer person. Like, I don't sit down and watch streams. Like, that's just not my form of entertainment. But hey, I enjoyed the content. Now, before we go to break, we actually, no, a couple minutes. Before we go to break, hit on a couple things Love Island related, because we can never not get rid of Love Island. I told Double A and I told Chad this. This is when the real season starts. Okay? The discourse for the next year is going to keep us fed. All right?
All right. I'm ready. So, what we got?
We, of course, got the Still We Rise AI looking photo shoot from Casey and TT. Okay. Like, you guys did a photo shoot. Your boyfriend and girlfriend, like, great. Keep it moving. We got our technically second official interview from Bryce and Trinity coming out tomorrow in People Magazine. I actually like the way Peacock is doing their press this year. We're not getting it all at once and everybody's not going a little psychotic.
Right.
We did have paparazzi photos of them too last night. It was very weird. It's very weird when I see like Love Island people getting papped. I'm like, huh? Like, you guys like are getting like super papped? Crazy.
Yeah.
And then it was announced today that Trinity will be signing with William Morris Endeavor as her agency, which is crazy. Yeah. WME is one of the biggest agencies in the world.
Yeah. It's nuts how some of these people literally go from like normal lives, and I use normal as like it's okay to have a normal just 9 to 5 and whatever and do your thing, but they go from that to like superstardom. It's insane. I'm still not over it. Look, we don't have enough time tonight. I know it's not on the docket. Friday we'll talk about Trinity because she's not safe. You're out here trying to defend Trinity and her toxic self.
She's not toxic. She
is toxic as all
hell. Her ex is toxic. He's insane.
She told him in the you see this? What happens?
We can talk about it on Friday because I will bring receipts on how she's not the toxic one. But we're gonna go to break. When we come back, me and Eli, we will look at his dating profile, and I will tell him what's wrong with his dating profile, and I'll fix it for him. I promise. I'm gonna fix it for you, Eli.
Fix it. All right, cool. Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. When we come back, but you guys are watching us here on the Inside Edge Network. We'll be back.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Hey guys, awesome show on today's Unfiltered. We broke down a lot, everything from the flock camera situation in downtown Cleveland to the possibility about RTA. I mean, could it go away? My goodness, there's so much on the line there with them when it comes to their latest tax possibility increase as soon as May of next year. So we talked a lot about that. Can the Browns really host a Super Bowl? Might not be able to do that. I don't know. Got to get up to levels of people like Detroit, believe it or not. Who knows? Hey, tomorrow, all the different local news stuff that's going on here that affects you here in Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, in this community. We got it for you right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m., all on the Inside Edge Network. I will see you there.
This is the second time you've caught me yawning. I'm so sorry.
No, I thought it was the end of the yawn. Oh no, it's a long yawn. It's a long yawn. It's a long fly ball. Okay, all right. Anyways, all right. I'm not safe anymore.
You know what, Eli? You know what? I'm gonna move yours back to the back. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, because you know what? Screw that profile. It wasn't good.
No. Nope. You will not be getting off that easy. Absolutely not, because double A's will be included as well because he sent his.
Wait, we're putting him on the screen. Oh, okay.
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna put them both on the screen. And we're gonna go through what's wrong. Okay.
Okay.
But I promised you a new lure drop.
Yes.
I didn't have you guys vote on this one because I needed this one to be a surprise. Okay.
Yes.
So I've told Mac Miller. Wait, which ones have I told? Oh, drug dealer.
Mac Miller, drug dealer. Mac Miller, drug dealer. The married pastor. The ALS. The gas money.
There's so many, man.
What's the name of the topic? Give me the header, like the headline, and then maybe I'll tell you. I'll be able to tell you if you did it.
Okay. Wait. Okay. First time. That one was the first one that I found out about. I know which one I'm gonna do.
Oh, no. Okay.
Let me share the wisdom of a man that I call California boy.
Yeah, we haven't heard this one. Okay.
Oh, Eli.
This isn't good already.
This isn't. I'm gonna just preface this one. This is going to make me look so stupid. Like before, not only is this going to make me look stupid, this is going to make me look evil, and this is going to make me look like I'm a terrible person. I'm gonna just tell you like that. All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So the year is 2015.
Okay.
The Cavs are playing the Chicago Bulls.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in front of my grandmother's television, eating a steak because me and my aunt made my mom dinner for Mother's Day, and she ditched us. But
okay.
I'm scrolling on an app that begins with a T.
Okay. There's only a few of those. Okay.
Now, at the same time that I'm scrolling, LeBron James is drawing up a play. Well, okay, David Blatt is drawing up a play in which LeBron James does that and says, "This is what we're gonna do."
Yep. Yep. Yep.
At that same time, I see a profile on this app with the name of the T, and I see a man. I see a man with a girl, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to swipe left. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna scroll down. And this is how I know I'm stupid.
Oh,
Mind
no.
you, I'm also 20 years old at this point, guys. I'm 20 years old. I'm a virgin. I'm dumb. This man put in his profile, girl in photo is not my girlfriend.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no.
I don't trust oatmeal raisin cookies because they look like chocolate chip. And that's what made me swipe right.
Autumn. Wait, so you bypassed the first part where he said the girl that I'm clearly in the picture with and being all, cuddly with is not his girlfriend, but the oatmeal. Okay. All right.
Again, this story is not going to make me look smart. It's going to make me stupid. Okay, it's going to make me look so dumb because this story is still happening till this day. Okay,
I was gonna say I'm proud of you for how far you've come, but if it's still happening,
it's still happening.
I'm still proud of you, but not.
No, you're
we'll
not
work
going
on
to be
some
proud of
things.
me.
Okay,
you are not going to be proud of me after this. So I swipe right, we match. Right as we match, LeBron James shoots, scores. Woo, great. We all jump around. Right.
Yes.
I do not hear from this man for 3 months. I don't hear from him till August.
From the first message?
We didn't even message each other. We just matched.
But don't you like? Okay, I'll have to ask next segment. I pretty much like if I get a match and I see it, I usually just hit him up. Hit
This
the
is,
lady up.
mind you, this is 11 years ago at this point. It's been 11 years since the story.
But even 18, 19-year-old Eli did that. I guess I got some learning to do. All right, back to you.
Well, that's because there was another person involved, and I'm going to call that man Greyhound Bus, and that's going to be a story for another day.
Okay,
but
Greyhound Bus. Okay, all right.
One August afternoon, I went to a water park, and the app that starts with a T, you used to be able to post photo updates.
Yes.
Like statuses, right?
Yep.
So I posted a nice photo of myself, and then I came home. I went to sleep and I woke up with a bunch of messages. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it was from California Boy.
Okay.
Like, okay. Like, it took you long enough. So we decided to start talking.
Okay.
Meanwhile, why did this man start sending me paragraphs? Full detailed paragraphs of like things. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, okay, like this is great. Like, I'm gonna get a boyfriend by the end of the summer. Y'all, I'm stupid at this point. I'm 20 years old. I'm dumb. So
yeah,
this man decided to meet one night. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, we can meet. But I missed a text message. So I'm texting him back. I'm like, oh, we don't have to meet tonight. We can meet another day. He goes, well, we can't meet soon because I'm moving to California to work for Google.
Okay.
California, which is why his name is California Boy.
I know, but Google, you think Google?
I found out later on that it was not Google.
Okay.
Daddy.
It was what?
GoDaddy.
Go.
The search engine.
Yeah. Go. I mean, he was close. He was close. Okay.
So the day comes, me and him are supposed to hang out. I get ghosted. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Now, mind you, I'm emotional. I'm like, what did I do? Like, I didn't do anything. I don't hear from this man again until August 27th. Now, August 27th, keep this in the back of your mind, this date, okay. August 27th. Okay. Just remember this.
Got it.
Right? So I'm in college. I'm back at college at this point. I'm done with classes for the week. I'm about to take a nap, and I get a message from him, and it's like, hey, gorgeous, how you doing? I'm stupid enough to just be like, oh my God, hey! We message again. We message back and forth. Ghost me again. Now, at this moment, I'm like, this man can't be real. Like, he can't be real. So I'm just going to say this. I was a little crazy at this moment. I'm not even going to lie. He is the reason why I'm the FBI.
Okay.
Because I had to make sure he was real. So I figured out a way to find his Facebook profile.
Okay.
Because Facebook used to have it if you downloaded their app and then you just hit find contacts, anyone that you saved in your phone,
Yeah.
it will pop up. So because I had him saved in my phone,
Oh my
his
goodness.
name popped up.
Stop giving all your secrets away. Stop giving all your secrets away.
That's not even a good secret, man. That's
right,
old. That's old. I don't even have to do that anymore.
Okay. Yeah, we've leveled up.
Oh, way up. So I find his Facebook profile. I'm like, oh, okay. He says who he says he is, and then I'm scrolling. I'm like, okay, he's got friends. Like his pictures are who he is, and then I see this girl. I'm like, who is this? Different girl than the picture on his profile, though.
Oh no, he's a polygamist.
So I click on her profile, and it's clearly the two of them. And I'm thinking, now mind you, this is where I'm the terrible person here.
Yeah.
I click on it, and I'm like, oh, like maybe this is ex-girlfriend.
Come on, Autumn. You know better.
It was his current girlfriend. I was just stupid. I was just dumb. So then I don't hear from him again until October.
Okay.
Specifically,
but August
the
27th.
Weekend.
Yeah, I'm following.
Specifically, the weekend of October 11th. Okay.
Okay.
So then we talked the whole weekend, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like this boy's gonna be my boyfriend. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Again, I'm stupid at this moment. I'm dumb.
But he's in California at this point now.
Mm-hmm. But he's from Cleveland.
But he lives in California.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the name California Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And you lived at that time in Cleveland.
At the time, I lived in Bowling Green,
Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
About the other side of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
So we keep talking. I keep going back to this girl's profile, being like, maybe they're not together. Again, I found out later on they were very much together. So the weekend of Halloween comes.
Oh no.
Messages me again. I'm like, oh my God, like this like boy is so like he wants me. I'm stupid, Eli. Just know that. I'm stupid.
19 days went from the I'm okay.
I guess
stupid.
dumber.
You're just no.
We're
trying to find love.
No. I'm gonna get dumber. So then he messages me the week of Thanksgiving. Oh, the week before Thanksgiving. He goes, hey, want to let you know I'm coming home for Thanksgiving. Do you want to hang out? And I immediately jump and was like, oh my God, yes, let's go ice skating. Let's do this. I'm thinking I'm about to siren this man into being my boyfriend because that girl don't exist. It's just me and him, right?
Right.
My 20-year-old brain is like, it's me and you, bro. It's me and you.
Yeah.
Week of Thanksgiving comes, and we're talking. The last day I talked to him is Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day that year, terrible. Don't even want to get into it. It was really traumatic.
Okay.
Eli, I didn't hear from that man for another 2.5 years after that day.
You better say you didn't block him.
I, in fact, was like, what did I do that was so wrong? I go to the girl's profile. I see. Now, mind you, I forgot to tell you this. How I figured out they were boyfriend and girlfriend is she changed their original picture to a different picture.
Copy. Yeah, that'll do it.
So then I go to her profile and I'm like, oh my God, they're not dating anymore. She's like picture is gone of him. And I'm like, he's normal. And then I see this other girl keep popping up. And I'm like, who is this other girl? Like, he must make friends in California. I clicked on her profile. And in big, bold letters, it said, in a relationship.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Now, mind you, he didn't just get one girlfriend on me. He got two. I later did my research. He was trying to date me, dating the girl, the original girl, and dating the girl he broke up with her for at the same time.
So he's a polygamist.
So you remember how I said August 27th is an important date?
Oh, yeah, I remembered it. I had it in my head. Yep.
Come to find out from my research, that's him and the second girl's anniversary.
So he was hitting you both up the same day to see who would hit him up pretty much first, is what I gathered, and he locked it in with the other girl. Oh no.
Oh, it gets stupider. So about 2.5 years later, still in college. I've, graduated from not being a dumbass because this whole situation has made me be a dumbass.
Okay.
But I have recognized patterns at this point.
Okay, so you definitely learned at this point.
We say that, okay?
Okay.
We say that. So I recognize a pattern of who watches my Snapchat stories. I forgot to mention, me and him had each other on Snapchat.
Right.
Yeah, my phone number, but he never Snapchatted me, ever. So I wouldn't rarely see him, like, ever look at my stories. Like, maybe once in the, 3 years that we were following each other before this.
Yeah.
He maybe looked at my Snap story twice. But I'm noticing at this time, this is 2.5 years later, so this is late 2017.
Yeah.
He's watching a lot more. He goes from once a year to twice a year to once every couple months to at this point, it's once every couple months. It's not every story, but it's every couple stories.
Yeah, just letting you know that, hey, I want you to know that I'm seeing what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So then I graduate, and then it ramps up to once a month.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, again, I have pattern recognition at this moment. At this moment, I am the player. None of these men that I'm dealing with are you can't play me, I'm playing you.
Okay.
So then it goes from once a month to once a week. And by the summertime, it goes from once a week to every single story I post.
Oh.
This gets dumber.
Because then you fell right back in. Oh.
I'm stupid. I'm gonna tell you how I'm stupid. So.
Oh my goodness.
Autumn. I had a busy, adventurous day. Remember the gas money story and how I said I ruined New Girl for myself?
How could I forget?
Well, earlier that day, I had an idea. I said, okay, so he keeps watching my stories. I said, so I'm going to trap him. I'm going to trap him real good, right?
Okay.
I may have gone to the beach in the city that he's from, posted a nice selfie of myself, and tagged the beach and tagged the city.
Okay.
Because I knew he would see it. And what do you know?
He slid up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sure did. Okay.
Now, at the same time, he's slitting up. The one who traumatized me is coming over. So I'm
oh no. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So he's messaging me and he's like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Of course I remember you. Yeah." I'm trying to play it cool. I haven't been low key keeping tabs on him for the last couple years, right?
Yeah. We had a few conversations. That was cool. Nice seeing you. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah. Okay.
Now. He not only sends me a photo of himself, and I'm like, why would you send me a photo of yourself? I know who you are.
Yeah.
He then tells me that he's in Italy. Oh, okay.
Oh, at Google. Maybe he's in the Italian Google branch. No.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Because I'm crazy, and I know he's a liar.
Yeah, pathological.
Mm-hmm. I go to someone's Instagram page to see if they're also in Italy.
Oh.
And what do you know?
No way. No way. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I confront him about it. I'm like, oh, I know last time we talked, I did some, I found out you had a girlfriend. He goes, yeah, I did. She knew about you. Huh?
He's a polygamist.
No, it gets crazier, Eli. So I go, so I'm pretty sure you had another girlfriend, right? So he was like, yeah, I dated someone after her. And me and her, we decided to be friends. Now, mind you, I already know he's in Italy with this girl. I know he's in Italy with her.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, we decided that we're better off as friends. And she started dating a girl. Why are you lying?
Yeah.
So then I call him on his lies because he accidentally deletes me off of Snapchat. So I'm pissed. I'm like, you deleted me off of Snapchat. Oh my God, I can't believe you.
Yeah.
We have to go to break. And when we come back from break, I'm going to tell you the rest of the story.
Okay.
It gets stupider. It gets dumber.
Okay. I might be safe. Tonight. I might be.
You're not safe. You're not safe. You and AA are not safe.
Okay.
When we come back, I'll finish the California boy story because I will get progressively dumber as the story goes on. You guys are watching us here on Inside Edge Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Look, I know people don't want to hear this, but Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson being best friends, being bros, that only works out to be for the best for the Cleveland Browns. If you want somebody to be successful in that QB room, it might be best that your two QBs are working together instead of against each other. Also, last night, I gave a list of LeBron's worst teams he could join. Not the best teams. We know the best teams, but the worst teams. We talked about that last night on Midnight Run. Plus, the SEC and the Big Ten, they don't need the NCAA at all. They don't need them. I explained last night why they should split apart. Coming up tonight on Midnight Run, we got a lot of things to get into. We are inching close to training camp. We got a ton of other things. I do want to get to the All-Star thing because Major League Baseball posted their best ratings, their best viewership numbers for the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in 8 years. The NBA All-Star Game posted their best ratings in almost 20 years. Which All-Star system is better? Game is better? Baseball or basketball? I do want to get to that. Plus, our latest installment of Smash or Pass. We got all that coming up tonight on Midnight Run right here on the Inside Edge Network and on our Roku app, Inside Edge Network. See you then.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
right, welcome back. Part 2 of the story where I look completely stupid. So where we left off is that this man and I got in contact with each other, and he lied to me about having a girlfriend. Now, mind you, this is July of 2018 that this story is happening, right? So my dumb self starts talking to him again in a romantic way.
Oh no.
As I'm doing this, I'm keeping tabs to see if he's lying to me. To see if he's still lying to me.
But you know he is.
Yes, I know he is. So I come up with a plan, and I say, you know what I'm going to do? This is not about having a romantic connection. It's about getting revenge, okay?
Okay.
I've been plotting revenge on this man for almost 10 years now, okay? This revenge plot.
You sound like a diabolical villain. You sound like, I mean, he's the villain, but the way
he's 100% the villain.
But you're like at the house and you have like different like, well, you know, Italy and then California. All right, back to you.
Okay. So then he texts me again over Thanksgiving and goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna be here in Cleveland. You want to meet up?" And I go, "Of course, let's meet up." Right. Ghost me again.
Oh my God! Please stop. Please.
No. We'll get to it. So then he messages me 2 weeks later and it's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't meet up, but I'll be back for Christmas this time longer."
So now you can ruin your Christmas.
I met up with him.
Well, there's that.
Not only did I meet up with him, I didn't expect it to happen. So he goes, "Yeah, so tonight, like," I'm mind you, I don't think this is happening because again, every single time before this, he's ghosting me. I was like, "Yeah, we should definitely go to a insert Cleveland restaurant that is a typical date night spot." And he was like, "Okay, so what time do you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, 8:00." Like thinking like he's never gonna. He was like, "Okay, I'll be on my way. What's your address?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "Okay." So here's my address. I'm in the middle of getting ready, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm outside."
Come on. Okay.
I walk outside, and there he is, and I'm like, "Oh, this is actually real."
Okay.
So then we go on a date.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a bad date. But I felt so guilty because I'm like, I know this man has a girlfriend. I know he has a girlfriend. I know he's lying to me.
Yeah.
And like my body could not hook up with him that night, Eli. It tried so hard, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Right.
Good. Hey, good job. Good job, Autumn's body. Because you know what, you saved her. All right, go ahead. Back to you.
It saved most of me, not all of me, but most of me.
Okay.
But that is the last time I've seen that man in person. That was in 2018. For the last 7 years, I have been stringing him along because
stop.
Yes. So yes, I've been stringing him along for the last 7 years. Because the next year after that was 2019. He was messaging me on Valentine's Day. Found out he was in what is it? Where was he at? He was somewhere skiing with the girlfriend.
Yeah, he's an international lover. Autumn
messages me while he's at a certain festival in Austin, Texas. Found out she was there too. Every single time he was messaging me, I would just go to her Instagram and be like, "Yeah, he's with her." So I don't understand why this is happening.
Haven't you heard the song She's Choosing I mean, I know it came out recently, but She's Choosing Texas would have told you everything you need to know about the Austin. I mean, everywhere this dude goes. I mean, my goodness. Come on, Autumn.
No, I've literally been absolutely waxing this man for the last 8 years because he's pissed me off. He pissed me off for 3 years. So you know what? I'm gonna get revenge.
That's fair.
So the revenge plot doesn't come into my head until like 2020. He starts acting insane.
Yeah.
He starts being like, I messaged you and you didn't message me back. Why did you message me back sooner? I'm like, bro, we don't live in the same place. Like, what are you doing? He was like, I put my plans on hold to talk to you.
Yeah.
You live in a whole nother state that's 3 hours behind. What do you mean you put your plans on hold? It's 11 o'clock here. It's 8 o'clock there. Why are you putting your plans on hold? He just started getting a little crazy, a little territory.
Yeah.
So every time he's been in town, he's asked me to hang out. And I'll be like, yes, of course we can hang out. And every time, the day of, I'm not available. He did it. He did it this year. He did it last year. He did it the year before that. He did it the year before that. Now this part is a crazy development, and this is the part where you're gonna understand why I'm doing this. I found out that he got engaged. I found his wedding website. So every time he asks me to hang out, I say yes, of course, absolutely. You're married. Why are you trying? He's still trying. I'm pretty sure he messaged me, I'm going to say like 2 months ago.
No more words for California boy. That's all I got. Cali kid. That's all I got for you. So, I mean, goodness gracious.
Oh, I didn't even get into the best part of it. He made a separate email account so he could, because I would ask him for advice on career things. So he made a separate email account. He also made a separate Snapchat account. And then stupidly, he goes, yeah, I had to delete my other one, and then re-adds me like 2 years later from the original one, and it's like, remember our chats? Remember how good they were? Bro, I thought you couldn't get into it anymore.
Well, you know what, Autumn? Honestly, this guy is honestly a piece of work. And you know what? I think after that, we shouldn't even talk any more dating.
No, we actually should.
We shouldn't talk any
Do you want to know do you want to know what local Cleveland suburb he's from? Because it's going to make it even funnier.
What's that?
He's from Bay Village.
Oh, no. Not the village. Mm-hmm. Not the village of Bays.
So
he was your Bay for a minute.
Eli, I have not seen this man in 8 years.
I said for a minute. For a minute. I mean, back in like 20, 18.
But this is the thing. This should show you how dumb I am, right? The first half, I was stupid. After we hung out, I've been stringing that man along for 8 years. I've been building my revenge.
How does that make you feel?
Feels great.
Okay.
I actually talked to my therapist about it, and she said, you know what? If that helps you get over it and that helps you get through it, absolutely, 100%.
That was her saying, I don't want to bother with this subject at all. You just do you on this one. If it starts stressing you out, I guess talk to me about it. But
it didn't stress me out. It felt great. It felt great to keep. It has felt so great to keep this man on a string because he is such a liar and a manipulator. And
yeah, just be honest. Just be honest. Like if you're looking for vibes, just put it in your bio. Like it's that simple. Like just put looking for good vibes.
No.
Oh, look, it's midnight run. Yeah, Double A said he had to start at 57 tonight. We only got a few minutes left. That's odd.
No. Unfortunately, Eli.
Oh no, she's like loading it in.
Absolutely.
She's smiling as she's loading it in.
Both
this was
of
a
you.
safe place. Both of you doubly screwed too.
Both of you.
Oh, doubly.
Because I'm about to get you both. Okay.
I think everything I say in there. I mean, there's pictures of me, so I'm not catfishing. I'm looking for vibes.
It's not about the cat. No.
I'm looking for a vibe. What in my bio is a lie?
It's not about what's in your bio. It's not. Okay.
Here it goes. Oh shit. Okay, here we go.
This is your bio. Okay. First of all.
Wish we could zoom in a little bit more.
I wish you could zoom in too. The picture's crazy. Nuts.
Okay, no. That's my interview on iHeartRadio. That was cool. I got, that's when like my song was getting like a lot of momentum on iHeart, which is still getting played on iHeartRadio. Pretty sick. Shout out 106.1 for spinning the record. But look, Autumn, like iHeartRadio. Like then we have like me. That picture of me on the couch is so cool. I have a cigarette in my hand because I'm smoking cigarettes. I have a bottle of Honey Jack off to the side. I cropped it out for the sake of this, but I had Honey Jack on the side. I was drinking. I had this fur coat. I have a really nice fur coat. I want another fur coat. The picture up top, let me explain myself here. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm upset that here we go, because you're picking me apart. The jean jacket one, like that one is questionable, I guess, a little bit, but I like the pink and blue. It like really brings out my eyes, the pink one. And then, here's me in front of a car in Texas. That was a cool moment. It was my first time in Texas.
Hold on. Okay. I'm going to make us a little bigger.
Yeah, thanks.
Eli.
Okay. All right.
Eli. The first picture alone would make me swipe left. I'm going to just tell you like that. First picture alone.
I look like a
second
fun guy.
picture. The second picture, I would be like, what's going on? Third picture, I'd be so confused because this is the thing. It needs to be cohesive. They all look like you, but don't look like you at the same time.
Because I've never looked
Really
like me at the
look at
same
it.
time.
Really look at it. All of these
Okay.
pictures look like you, but don't look like you at the same time.
I cut my hair sometimes.
It's gonna confuse whoever it is because it's like, okay, so does he have long hair? Does he have long hair? Like what?
Okay, I got it.
And then in the second photo, you can tell you're much younger than in the third photo. So because you're much younger, it's like, okay, so which one does he actually look like? You're confusing everybody.
But that's me with
why
my
I said-
facial hair shaved. Autumn, like I look like a baby face when I have my facial hair shaved. I'm a handsome young man. What can I say?
Take that picture out. No.
Okay. All right. We'll take that one for sure. That was the one that was iffy on. I don't know why it's second in my rotation, but I was a little iffy on it. But, sometimes they say just choose your best photos. Those are somewhat of my best.
Then this bio, Jesus Christ, this bio is terrible.
No, I understand. You just need me to
vibes.
put... No.
Looking for good vibes is just no.
Autumn.
No.
Autumn. So what you're telling me is before that I should put I have short hair right now and then proceed with looking for good vibes.
No, don't even put. Oh my God. Okay. No. Okay. So this is what you need to put. You need to put something clever that catches the attention of whoever you're trying to go for. Okay. When you are constructing your dating profile, it's all about you and that person. Okay.
That's what so many of the people. Like who
I
am
know,
I trying to
so
who am I trying to
it needs
attract?
to be general. Okay, so for example, every dating app I have, it's a different bio. For example, on Tinder, I said, "We all know why we're here." Like that's something clever.
But that's a vibe. That's literally what I said.
That's not a vibe. That's not
looking
a vibe.
for good vibes. It could be like I take her on a walk, I hold her hand, or maybe I cuddle with her, or maybe
No.
Okay.
Mine is I just we all know why we're here. And then I list off some things about myself.
Yes.
I say that I have a dog. And then I say that no, you cannot have my social media. Do your best or do your worst. You make it fun, make it jokey. That's just weird. That's just Eli, no.
There's nothing weird about that. Look, looking for good vibes. Music artist, host. Maybe I should put assistant program director. That might help.
No.
Empath.
Don't list empath because
people need people to care.
Every girl is gonna be like, oh, he's a manipulator, 100%. 100%.
Why though? Why? I'm not lying. I'm being truthful. Autumn,
I know you
know me.
Look, as your friend, I know you're not lying. But as a woman on a dating app, if I saw a man say he was an empath, red flag immediately.
So should I just say angry at times? I'm Irish.
That actually might work.
Because I get angry sometimes. Double and I obviously handling network stuff behind the scenes. Sometimes we're trying. We're working on stuff. I got a big festival. There's a lot of moving parts at times. So maybe that I don't know. Okay.
This is the thing. With your bio, you want it to say a lot about you, but not too much about you, to where people are like, because honestly, looking for good vibes, it could mean anything. It could mean you're looking for a relationship. It could mean, but it's not. It's too broad. But I clearly,
I know we're running up against. I know we got a few more
minutes.
Look, here's the thing. Bios are never smooth for me. I'm leaning in, folks, because I can't. I should have worn my glasses. Bios are never smooth for me. Laughing face. I they made it light for a moment. Okay, haha. He's just a shy guy.
No.
Autumn.
So this is what you need to do. First of all, you just need to take out the good vibes. Take out what you do for a living.
Just vibes.
Don't even say vibes. Okay. Put a joke in there. Lighten it up.
Okay. All right.
It needs to be longer than that, because if I saw that, I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
I get nervous telling people too much, and then I feel like I'm rambling.
Don't tell them too much, but tell them enough. Tell them enough to where when they see it, they're like, oh, okay, I want to get to know you more.
Autumn, that is not. That's
no.
That's not a ramble.
That's enough. That's not enough.
Oh my golly!
I'm telling you that's not enough. Okay.
How many more sentences?
You need to have at least, you know what? I'm going to look at mine because I've gotten a lot of play off of mine. It needs to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. 4 to 5 sentences.
So
A paragraph. Okay.
A
But
paragraph,
not a paragraph.
But spread it out. Like
Right. Give us some spacing. Yeah, like a good NBA team. Give some spacing.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay.
Let the girls see a little bit of your personality, but not too much, because you want to be able to be like, okay, he's a little mysterious. He's a musician. He's this. He's that. I want to get to know him, but I'm like, just good vibes. Just is bad. It's bad. Double A, you're looking crazy, but I'm about to get you too. Okay.
Okay. Oh no.
I'm about to bring you in too. And this is gonna lead into Midnight Run, because I'm gonna get you too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bring him on screen. Bring him on screen.
Yeah. Double A, I have no say here, buddy. Sorry.
All right. This is you.
No.
Damn! Look at that beauty right there. Damn, he looking good.
Go ahead, Double A. Go ahead. You're probably reeling him in on this dating app, whatever this app
Midnight
is.
Run. Let's go.
Double A, first of all, change the picture. 100%. Like, change the picture. That's number one. Number two. Remove.
Wait, let's see if we can get a little bit more here.
Remove.
That's a damn good looking photo. But okay, what am I?
Remove podcast host as a side hustle. Wow, we don't need to know what you do in your bio. You need to look. Lover of Cleveland sports, pro wrestling, Love Island. That's fine. Gym lover. That's fine. Remove the I go 4 to 5 times a week. No girl wants to know how much you go to the gym a week. Remove the 90s R&B. 100% remove the reconnected with Jesus part.
But he did. Auto.
I know he did. But this is the thing. Let them have some mystery. This is the problem with the both of you. It's
women don't love Jesus.
That's not true. I'm not saying that. No, don't put words in my mouth. Okay?
Is that what we're saying here? A good woman doesn't love Jesus? Not that there's good women that don't, whatever.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, come on. They say you're never going to find your wife in a club or a bar, but you might find her at church. Nobody's got the right idea.
Praise.
No. Absolutely not. No. Remove the reconnected.
By the way, I want to point out the moment you said that, it started pouring raining here. The man upstairs is upset.
That's right. Yeah, you didn't just piss us off. You pissed
I'm
off.
not saying that you.
Upset
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be open about your religion, but that would also be an instant red flag where a girl will swipe left. I'm gonna just tell you right now. Remove that.
Before you keep going, I'm gonna remove the Nintendo thing.
No, keep that.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. Keep that. Some girls like a guy that's into gaming.
Yeah, you might find like a gamer girl, Double A.
Take out love trying different restaurants. Take out that whole last part. That whole love trying different restaurants, looking for someone to vibe with.
No, I like the looking for someone to vibe with.
I love
Take it out.
He loves to laugh.
Everybody that's watching this show, that's a part of this show, that's a part of this network, loves to eat.
You are correct. You are absolutely correct.
I had a fly that came across me.
But we need to do, and let's switch this back to the third best, okay?
Okay.
It's full disclosure. I did not send in all of my photos.
No.
I have more than one photo.
No. Remove that. Absolutely.
What's wrong with never mind. Go ahead. You go.
Okay. This is my best advice to the two of you, okay?
Okay.
It has to be clever. Eli, I just told an entire story about how a man got me in a 10-year situationship because he listed that he thought this makes me look so stupid.
But we're avoiding the toxic shit he said before that had you go on the 10-year situation.
Yes. Oh, did you miss this whole thing? Yeah, I've been in a toxic 10-year situationship.
I heard the whole show.
Yeah,
I heard the show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we don't need to know how stupid I am.
Part of this is your fault.
Oh, 100% is my fault. I said I'm dumb. I not say I'm dumb and that I have actively had a part in this. But this is my advice. Okay. Something clever. Okay?
Something clever.
But what does that mean? All right.
Look,
I'm
him
gonna
saying I don't trust oatmeal raisin cookies because they look too much like chocolate chip made me think, and I was like, yeah, that's true. Put something clever like that in that makes somebody think like, oh, hold on, that is true. I do like, and that's a conversation starter. Like,
what if I said like, because I know we're up against it. What if I just said like, I don't like avocados, so avocado don't play me.
What the hell?
No.
No.
Don't do that.
No,
Okay,
that's
do that.
really
You was
really
on roll
awful.
the first time. Don't do that.
Awful? What's
That's
awful about it?
terrible.
So
No.
I'll come up with some. We're bringing back midnight conversations tomorrow.
Let's go.
I'll come up with some ideas. And this is where I get to use my executive powers of this network that nobody else needs to know on the T app. Oh, I got to tell you before you go on to what happened to me on that app today. But
first of all, that app is still live.
Yeah, it is.
I couldn't even get into the app because it was right around the time that it got breached, and I still am waiting on approval to get into the app.
Well, either you'll get that approval or I'll get the Facebook approval. Something has to come first.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a master class special at some point in the next couple weeks.
Yes,
where we break down dating profiles.
Yes,
absolutely, 100%. And I'm gonna teach it. And I'm gonna teach it, and I'm gonna show you guys.
Hold on,
I'm gonna show you guys the perfect dating profile because again, look,
hold on.
I may not get a
perfect dating profile.
100%. I can look on my Tinder right now, and I have over 100 matches.
Damn, that is a lot of matches.
I regularly have
the love of your life.
No, none of them are. I actively have on any dating app except for Hinge because I already told you yesterday, me and Hinge are gonna fight. I have over 100+ likes on all of them.
You know what? You know what I want?
You do this for sport?
Yeah, sure. She sure shit does. She sure shit does. Autumn, I'll say this. I know we're up against it. We want you to say, of course, your farewells because the people will miss you till tomorrow. But all I ask is you show Chad the bio tomorrow. And you get Chad's opinion on the air tomorrow about what he thinks that bio. Like, let's see, like, because Chad's out of the dating game. So maybe if he saw that, like, would he agree that that's a strong bio for me to go out there and get the ladies? Like, I mean, he's married for 20-something years.
Can we get an experienced voice?
Yeah.
We can get someone who's married to
somebody who's married, who'd understand, what's going on.
Yes.
Let me real quick before you go. Let me tell you about one of my matches today. So I did get a match.
Okay, hold on. I got you on that, dude. That's pretty exciting. I got to give you this.
Okay.
I DM. I got the match a few days ago, but I came around to DM. I've been busy the last week.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? One woman responded.
What?
HOE. And I'm like, I'm looking at my keyboard. I'm like, is the E close to a Y? Did she meant to say hey? Did you meant to say whatever?
Do you think she meant how?
Call me a hoe.
Double A. She might have.
I'm like, immediate block, and I'm about to.
Double A. She might have meant how. I'm just looked at this again. E's next to W. She meant to say like how are you about to please take her on a date? Like
no. Hey, how's it going? How? No. And there's a part of me that believes I have seen this woman at my gym. So
So maybe she's asking like how, like a straightforward question, like how do you get in the shape you are in, like fitness wise?
She called him a hoe. She said hoe.
She's a hoe. Yeah, you're not the hoe. I'm the hoe.
Blocked.
Yeah,
that's what it
sure.
was.
All right.
No, I'm good.
I get it. I get it. Wait, you got something. You got to get running, buddy. Because I mean, clearly you got a lot of aggression after you were called a not nice name, all that.
She called you a hoe.
I'm like,
Autumn,
you have to. I'm like, what are we doing?
You're all right. Autumn, say good night to the people. We got to get running. Say good night to the people.
Tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Tomorrow. We'll talk more. I'll share it with Chad more. I can't can't even. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Stay tuned. Autumn Chisholm and Chad Bryant tomorrow
I'm
on the Daily Spiral. Double A Anthony Alford.
That's a bad spiral.
He's going to try some new things. Some of those on dating apps, some of those not. But you'll catch Midnight Run at the station night notification. Here we go.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
By the way, I didn't make any of that up. That actually happened. Like a few hours ago, that happened. And I told you I was saved. And that happened. Unbelievable. Unreal. Welcome to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. My name's Double A Anthony Alford. Glad to have you with us. You might find me over the internet at some places, some apps. I'm going to work on 8 different bios after the show today. I'm going to really get after it. Yes, these people talking about what commitments and stuff like that in marriage, all that stuff. And y'all wondering why LeBron's waiting. You want to talk about everybody's locked in on commitment? My behind. All right, welcome to the show. Glad to have you with us. Follow us at Inside Edge Net across all of our social media platforms. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, tweets, all that stuff. My face, we're all there. Inside Edge Network is where you can find us. InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you can find us. Our website home and our Roku app. Inside Edge Network is where you can find us on the go. You can watch from the couch. You can watch wherever with the Roku app. Glad to have you with us. We have a lot to get to coming up this hour. Rex Ryan haterade on Shedeur Sanders. A little hate away. Just doing these outside projects. What's going on with these outside projects? I don't like how this man's operate. Rex, we need you to calm down a little bit. We're going to get into that. Also later in the show, Major League Baseball had record ratings with the All-Star game. Not as much with the Home Run Derby, Netflix versus Fox, but record ratings for MLB All-Star Game. NBA All-Star Game earlier this year had record ratings. Which All-Star break, week, or weekend do you prefer? And how can we elevate the events, the game and the events surrounding the Major League Baseball and the NBA All-Star week or weekend? We'll talk about that later on. And a special Progressive Field edition of Smash or Pass. Great video you're going to see later in the show. You're going to see some of the treats, some of the specialties from Progressive Field. And Eli and I will judge what you could see at Progressive Field. Now, full disclosure, this video was taped last summer, and I have not attended a Guardians game this year, so a couple of these items may not be there anymore, but I can confirm the items that you see in this video, they were all there last year. So we'll get into that coming up in a bit. We're going to try something new today. We're going to try something new because if I get called out on that app, called that way, I'm like, F this. I get motivated by stupid stuff like that. And today, we're going to debut a new segment. It's called the Opening Sprint. That's right, folks. We got elements here on this show. Elements. We do stuff here on this show. And this is quick bites. It's quick bites, quick reaction to several stories that have caught my eye. And also a little bit of things going on in my personal life as well. So let's get right into it. LeBron, yes, in the news again. But this time it's not his fault. the Miami Heat social media team. They, and I'll put it up here on my end here, Eli. Look at that. Go to their socials. LeBron James introductory press conference July 27th. All that smoke going on. Now, if you guys recalled, remember the whole PTI situation last week? The PTI podcast was talking about, or had it labeled like, oh yeah, LeBron James signs with a new team. I think it was Golden State at the time. And here you got this situation with the Miami Heat. Here's the deal with social media, and a lot of times you got to preview post and things like that. A lot of times when you preview post, you got to put stuff out that is not meant to be for the public, but somebody leaked it out. Some janitor walking around the Miami Heat building saw it, took a photo, whatever, or a fan leaked it out and caught it there. No news here. No news, although if you believe in, what is it, Poly Market? That's the betting, or the fun prop bet. That's one of them. There's a few others. When that post went out earlier tonight, the Miami Heat went up in terms of odds to sign LeBron James. They surpassed Cleveland and Philadelphia and Golden State. Let me just say this too real quick. This is the opening sprint here. Let me say this. I do not blame media whatsoever for getting sick and tired of LeBron, because you got time to feel. And I get it. You have time to feel, and every single day it's in the effing rundown. You got to talk about it. Multiple hours, multiple segments. You got to do it. So I don't blame anybody in the media for getting exhausted for waiting on a decision. And I know it's fun to talk about Stephen A. Smith, but I don't blame Stephen A. because, you got to lead with him. And I get it. It sucks. I'm sitting back as a fan, kind of enjoying this process, to be perfectly honest. LeBron James has earned the right to sit back and dictate pace. And I'll give you this. Let me give you my 2 cents to what Eli and Chad talked about on Primetime earlier today about who's the face of the NBA. LeBron James and his team, Rich Paul, they're sitting back and they're looking around. They're, Rich Paul earlier today, it's like, please fill out your teams, and then LeBron will choose. Don't tell me that they're not operating from the standpoint of this 41-year-old man is still the face of the league. He's still the face of the NBA. Nobody else is doing that no other player commands that type of respect like LeBron James, even at the age of 41. So that could be the ring there. World Cup. The World Cup final. My goodness, everybody watched. And in fact, it was the most watched non-NFL broadcast since the 1994 Winter Olympics. More people watched the World Cup this past Sunday on Fox and Telemundo, on linear television, than the AFC, NFC Conference Championship games, any playoff or finals or World Series, any other sporting event you could think of, not named the Super Bowl. In the last 32 years, people watched Spain and Argentina Sunday afternoon. I think Fox pulled in over 41 million viewers. Telemundo had 22 Spanish language viewers as well. So an incredible viewership number combined. And obviously it helps that it was here in America, but you had juicy storylines. Look, the World Cup, I fully expect they're going to bump their number of teams from 48 to a 64-team tournament. That way you could get multiple networks involved to bid. But this is a hot property. This is a hot property that every network is going to want. They're going to want a piece of that. And to think for an entire summer, I'll give you this about Fox, just to lay it out, because I like looking at ratings and television viewership and numbers. And I've come from a world of numbers. Daily, I work with numbers. over the course of 2 weeks in the month of June, Fox, the Fox network entity, had the highest rate or the most viewed broadcast network, the most viewed sports network, and the most viewed news network. To tell you how rare that is, no one has ever had that trifecta of broadcast, news, and sports. Fox did that, and I believe in the weeks of June 15th and June 22nd. And it was because of the World Cup. Again, take politics out of it. People watch Fox News. That base is very strong. So they're usually the most watched cable news or cable network, period, in prime time. But add in FS1 and, of course, Fox. And, of course, Team USA's run to the round of 16, and people were still locked in with the final. It was a great spectacle, and the World Cup really caught people's attention. Now, who will take the baton from the World Cup? Could it happen here in the States? Premier League doesn't start for another month, but who's going to take that baton? We'll find out. But the World Cup, they are locked in and ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, my gym has brand new equipment. I am so happy. And something weird happened today. When you get new equipment, all summer long, my gym has been doing renovations and things like that, and paint, do everything. Our locker room is outside at porta potties, and they don't get changed for like a week. So this is kind of a bad time for the explosive diarrhea story. But we finally have new stuff, and it's great because the weirdest thing happened today. People actually talked to each other. People actually spoke. They actually talked. It was great. I know it was to the extent of, wait a minute, how does this machine work? What do we do with this machine? How do we do this? But it was great. I loved it. Now listen, I am one of those cycles, one of those crazy people. I am thoroughly in the 5 p.m. gym group. Hell yeah. And that 5 p.m. gym group, when you go on Threads, everybody talks about how do you get out of that group? How do you do 5 a.m.? And for a while, I did 5 a.m. But once I started doing this show, once I started doing Midnight Run, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., that was out of the question. Like, there's no way. I don't go to sleep these days till 3. But no, it's great. And let me just say, my brother and I, we had a conversation about the lunk. What's it called? The lunk alarm. That loud, Planet Fitness is going the opposite way. I mean, they, I saw something on social media. It's like, hey, if you had a ton of plates on a bench, a ton of plates, you would be handcuffed. Like 3-4 years ago, you would be handcuffed and escorted out of the building. Not anymore. They're moving in the right direction. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm also pretty excited about the Ocho. 10-year anniversary of the Ocho. I want to thank Rob Rozicki for piquing my interest in slippery stairs. These people are just slipping and sliding. It's just nuts. They're all over the place, but it comes your way in a couple weekends. It's a tradition that started just from a spoof from, the famous movie Dodgeball. They were broadcast on ESPN, the Ocho. But think of, of course, puppies running around. Think of, beer pong and hot dog, kangaroo races and things like that. All of it's on ESPN, the Ocho. It's all there. We might have a guest coming your way in the next couple of weeks who has called a very well-known local sports commentator here in Cleveland that has done play-by-play for a sport that ended up on ESPN the Ocho. And we'll see if we get him on within the next couple of weeks. That will be fun. What was not fun was the layoffs over at ESPN. A ton of people getting laid off. Again, my fear is, when you're in corporate America, my fear, you want to do a great job, you work, you do a great job. My fear is, all right, we got to make cuts, and you're not on there. A couple notables, Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark made it known on social media he's not happy. Carl Ravage, who called Dodgers Phillies on Monday, got let go today. Back to Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark was in the middle of he was on the air live, taping NFL Live. On the air live. I watched it. He was on it. And executives, again, media people, media insiders, when they hear stuff, they call, they reach out. Executives did not want Ryan Clark to hear it from the streets. So they pull Ryan Clark aside in the middle of NFL Live on Monday afternoon and let him go right then and there. So it made it absolutely crazy. And Eli, the Cleveland Guardians have won 3 straight. Cleveland Guardians, 3 straight, 5-2 over the Minnesota Twins. And if I told you, I saw this from Danny Cunningham. I want to give him credit for this. Jose Ramirez, first off, is this close to returning. Like this close. It's right there. If I told you the Cleveland Guardians would be at 500 with significant injuries to Jose Ramirez, Martinez, and Chase DeLauder, 500, and on the move, ready to go, I think we would take it. But we're watching. I know sometimes we don't talk about the Guardians as much as we like to, but we're watching. We're keeping track. And the Cleveland Guardians have won 3 straight. I mean, all those homers they hit yesterday. My goodness, that was fantastic. All those homers. Eli, come on the screen for just a sec, because I have a question that I need you to pass along to your primetime co-host chat.
Got it.
About the Guardians / Cleveland Indians.
Okay.
My buddy Nick Camino tweeted about Hammy and Rosie. They were talking about the 99 Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
I want you to give a chat tomorrow. Should we look at the 99 Indians? Are they underrated in history? Because I'm researching the 99 Indians.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these numbers are effing impressive.
Yeah.
Crazy impressive.
Yeah.
What they were putting up. And we're not talking, I know there's a romanticize about the 95 Indians. And we do. Talk to him a little bit tomorrow about the 99 Indians. See what he thinks.
I'll do that. I got you, pal. I got you.
Even ask your dad too. I know your dad's a baseball, and you're a baseball guy, but we're a little younger on.
100%. And we'll discuss tomorrow on Primetime with Chad. And you know what? I'll let Papa Moon save his opinions about the 99 Indians for Saturday at Moon Bash.
And speaking of Saturday, Moon Bash again. We're on the air live 1:00 at the Brothers Lounge, west side of Cleveland, West 117th in Detroit. We will be there 1 to 8. Myself, Papa Moon. We're celebrating my man's birthday. And over 50 local music artists will be in attendance, Eli. And I believe you have an announcement about night 2 of Moon Bash.
Yes, I do. Yeah, and if you missed it, we announced it a little bit on Primetime earlier tonight. If you missed it, we have night 2 of Moon Bash. DJ night. It's official, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. The doors open at 5:30. You don't need a super long door. Just get on in and rock, But 6 to midnight. And we have from 95.9 FM, WOVU here in Cleveland, DJ Chris Styles, who's a very prominent radio legend here. He is going to be headlining DJ night for Moon Bash Day 2. So it's going to be a very exciting weekend. $20 will get you in the door all weekend long. So 15 day 1, $5 for day 2. Just come celebrate, help support the DJs so, we can look out for them as well. And just come celebrate, man. Inside Edge Network there Saturday. I'll try to wrangle up a few of the guys with me that are off air on Sunday. And I'll be remote from Brothers Lounge doing main event.
Oh, man, that's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of somebody who doesn't want to have fun, Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Always hated on Shador. Always. Just that haterade, just honest. Like, you like him to be your quarterback? I like the butt fumble, sure. I'll take that instead. we'll talk Shedeur Sanders. This fly, man. What are we doing? We gotta kill some people.
That was some crazy.
I'm alive.
Yeah,
I'm alive. My bad.
Get us to break. Get us to break. We gotta get out of here.
We'll be back after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. There were 15 flavors to choose from you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Hey guys, awesome show on today's Unfiltered. We broke down a lot, everything from the flock camera situation in downtown Cleveland to the possibility about RTA. I mean, could it go away? My goodness, there's so much on the line there with them when it comes to their latest tax possibility increase as soon as May of next year. So we talked a lot about that. Can the Browns really host a Super Bowl? Might not be able to do that. I don't know. Got to get up to levels of people like Detroit, believe it or not. Who knows? Hey, tomorrow, all the different local news stuff that's going on here that affects you here in Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, in this community. We got it for you right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m., all on the Inside Edge Network. I will see you there.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Great to have you with us here for Midnight Run. We're here with you Monday through Friday at 12 a.m. right here on the Inside Edge Network at Inside Edge Net across our social media platforms. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. That's where we have our live feeds there. And then you can see our show clips across all of our social media platforms, including Facebook and and TikTok. We have that for you as well. And again, you just saw Kyle Unfiltered, 5 o'clock, Monday through Fridays, right here on the Inside Edge Network. A lot of good stuff he covered earlier today. We're gonna need to chew on the Browns Stadium conversation. I was actually talking with our team today about the current stadium, and I'm like, would downtown Cleveland really lose out on the Browns Stadium with the location being at the lakefront? There's only 10 dates. Like, would they really lose out? I would be way more concerned if Cleveland ever lost to Guardians or Cavaliers, because we're talking, 82 regular season baseball games plus any potential postseason games. And we're talking 41 home regular season plus any potential postseason or preseason Cavs games. That's more dates. And it's in the heart of downtown. Brown Stadium is in an outlier at the lakefront. It's a terrible location. And you want to know something that maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but, we hear our parents talk about this, and by the way, happy heavenly birthday to my father, July 22nd. Happy birthday to my dad. But we hear from our grown folks all the time, like, oh, it's Browns football, it's the lakefront. Whenever I have kids, although based on my dating profiles, that won't happen anytime soon. Hey, we won nothing at the lakefront. We had a few great seasons with Baker Mayfield. That one season with Derek Anderson and Braylon Edwards. And we had a cup of coffee with 7-4 in 2014. That's about it. That's about it. And then Johnny Manziel came in, and we were all blacked out to end the season. Is Shedeur Sanders really as bad as Johnny Manziel? Of course not. Of course not. Rex Ryan would make you think otherwise. He would definitely make you think otherwise. And it's just been an ongoing thing with Rex Ryan and Shedeur Sanders. And again, Shedeur Sanders he's filming, he's doing stuff off the field in terms of music and things like that. He's also doing a lot of things for the community. He's also, just hosted a youth camp with over 300 kids at Brooklyn High. But I get it. A lot of people do community stuff and they don't get recognized because they don't play the quarterback position. And I am completely understanding of that. And that's ignorant of me just to zero in on Shedeur Sanders is doing a good thing and nobody else. A lot of people on the Browns, Cavaliers, and Guardians, any sport, a lot of people are doing great things. Shedeur's just highlighted because he's a quarterback. And then Rex Ryan had this to say, get a load of this kid. Great talent, needs to realize as a franchise quarterback, there has to be more we than me. Come on, man. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I hate this, and this is true. Franchise quarterback, there needs to be more we than me. So, him being himself means he's hanging out with Deshaun Watson, learning the playbook, hanging out with other teammates, learning the playbook, building commodity. His teammates traveling to Shedeur Sanders and the Sanders family home, I believe, in Florida over the offseason. I mean, there's a lot to criticize with Shedeur. And listen, when the Pats come on and we actually see them on the field and we watch the preseason games and then ultimately the games that count, definitely there's a ton of X's and O's things we will address. Definitely. And there will be tons of time where I'm probably going to be pissed at Shedeur Sanders. This ain't it. This ain't it. And of course, the Sanders family and Deion Sanders Jr. It's like, why does it bother you so much? It's like, what are we doing? It just doesn't. I'm not going to give too much time to Rex Ryan. He's only really getting this much time because we're in the middle of July. I'm not going to give him this much time. But that's the thing. There are people who don't like Shedor's style for whatever reason. He still needs to ball out and perform. That's what needs to happen. He needs to definitively win this job. There is a lot at stake here with Shedeur Sanders in this camp. There is a ton at stake. He cannot be at your best, see who wins this job. But I think it's imperative for Shedeur Sanders to win this job. If you're a Browns fan, you probably want Shedeur to win this job. I want Shedeur to win this job. But he needs to earn this job. I don't want to just hand this job to him. He needs to earn this job over Deshaun Watson. But again, if there's a wild world where Deshaun wins the starting job and he actually plays well, where does that leave Shedeur Sanders? Does he have a future here? So there's a lot at stake with that. I'm going to do the commissioner thing in a little bit. Let me get to the Major League Baseball All-Star game and the NBA All-Star Week thing. Major League Baseball. Listen, I know we've had issues with the All-Star stuff and everything going on there, and we'll address it. People are watching. Let me give you these numbers. The Major League Baseball All-Star game on Fox last Tuesday, 8.79 million viewers tuned in. It is the most watched MLB All-Star game since 2017. Most watched. In the 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time quarter hour, 10.19 million watched the All-Star game. Not to be outdone, the NBA All-Star game earlier this year on NBC, Peacock, and Telemundo, $8.8 million, 8.8 million viewers. Largest audience for the NBA All-Star game since 2011. So 8.79, 8.8, basically round up. You essentially have identical audiences, largest ever for All-Star events. So people are very much interested in All-Star events. Now, let me also add on let me add on real quick. NBA All-Star game had a Winter Olympics lead-in. Major League Baseball All-Star game had a World Cup lead-in. So lead-ins do matter. But people are interested. But are people enjoying what they're seeing? I think the NBA had an interesting concept with the USA versus the world concept, but it's still weird to have, half-hearted or incomplete games where it was weird. I think they need to toy with that idea a little bit, but USA versus the world, hey, if people don't want to be rivals with each other, they do want to be rivals against people in the world. So maybe that works out there. Major League Baseball, I heard Chad and Autumn last week while Eli was on vacation, and I thought it was interesting to hear from both of them because and Eli, they're thorough baseball people, and they were not a fan of the MLB All-Star festivities. Eli, just thumbs up or thumbs down off screen. Are you a fan of MLB All-Star activities? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Okay. So is it a definitive thumbs up or like a definitive thumbs up? Okay, cool. So I do think with the home run derby, we could do a little bit more. I did like that. You don't need the clock. You don't need that. Just roll. Just roll, get those homers. I wonder if you could make a separate competition, a team home run derby. I'll credit this idea to Chad. I like the idea of, pick pair up some people with teams and then like have like one batter go up, second batter go up, third, and then just rotate and just do it that way. I like that. I know people are going to criticize the NBA All-Star break for a lot of different reasons. It's a sport for people to do. Oh, basketball's in a bad state. A lot of people watched the MLB All-Star game, NBA All-Star game. People are watching. It's just up to these leagues to make it better. Now, to answer my question, who do I think has the better All-Star experience? I would say the NBA, strictly because there's more events to watch. But you can't rig an MLB All-Star game. You can't rig a baseball game unless you make it into basketball. Remember that movie? One of Bob Costas' favorite movies, basketball. But you can't rig that. So I found that to be interesting. But yeah, great week for sports. NBA is not dead, folks. And Major League Baseball is on a good run, too, just as long as they don't get locked out. More to come, as they always say. Coming up next, I'm going to become the first commissioner. We're going to get all these people out of the field. We'll tell you how when we come back. But Eli and I will break down mash or cash food at Progressive Food. I'll talk about that. I'm going to take great to have you along right here on the Inside Edge.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at monstermomentsphotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. monstermomentsphotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
No, LeBron is not going to Miami. He is not signed with Miami. That's why he texted me during the break. Like, oh, you see LeBron's going to Miami? No, he's not going to Miami. He's not signed there. That press conference, that was fake news. He's not going there. Let's chill here. All right. I should be your college football commissioner. Now, we got some things to clean up here real quick. Paul Feinbaum was on ESPN Get Up this morning, and he was discussing why the Super League that we talked about yesterday could be a problem.
I think that's what they would like to do. The issue there is litigation for antitrust. If the Big Ten and the SEC suddenly formed a Super League, they would get destroyed in court. And that's really the issue, because all these players are going to court for their 6th, 7th, and 8th year of eligibility. We saw Sorsby do it in the gambling case. So I think everyone has to stay on their own terms, the Big 12, the Big 10, the ACC. But I think they can create their own rules. But without Congress giving them an antitrust exemption, which the major sports leagues have, as you well know, they're still vulnerable, and that is really where we are right now.
Heather, finish it up. Finish up this piece of it.
Well, I want to make sure everyone knows that the Big Ten and the SEC have stated publicly multiple times they are not talking about a Super League. Let's put that there. They're not talking about a Super League. But the other thing I think that's important to know is the timing of this. Federal legislation has a now or never feel to it, because if they don't get this to the floor for a vote right now, they're out of session. The Senate is out of session in August. It's an election year. So I guarantee you the last thing the new senators want to do is come into the office the next day and fix college sports.
So I think because, and that was courtesy of ESPN, great reporting throughout this story. I think because of that last part, even though they haven't talked about it, it's going to happen. But it's not going to happen. Here's the thing. SEC, I know they're talking, oh, we could do this on their own. They can't. They're not going to. It's not happening. SEC can't do this on their own. Feinbaum's right. If it's just the SEC and the Big Ten, you're going to run into severe antitrust issues, which I did not take into account yesterday. That's on me. Yes, you're going to run into antitrust issues because you're only taking the top conferences. You're not including ACC, Big 12. You're leaving everybody out. So I think it's going to be a situation. If I was pushing this, and I said I was the college football commissioner, we got to make things work, I would do the Big Four conferences. I would do the Big Four. I would do Big 10, SEC, ACC, and Big 12. And I would look at the smaller conferences. And what I would do is assign, if the smaller conferences agree, the Mid-American Conference, any of these other mid-majors that we're talking about, Mountain West, hate to say it, Pac-12 is a mid-major at this point right now. They only have 8. They have 8 teams, but they're a mid-major right now. But I will look and say, we're going to pair each mid-major conference, one mid-major conference with a big conference. So, for example, I would pair the MAC conference, the Mid-American Conference, with the Big Ten. I would pair it. And what I would do is look, schools won't agree to do regulation. That's not happening. We're not European or anything like that. But I do think there's something that could be said about having a working agreement where, all right, if college football, if the big conferences are running things, and they include the little guys too, kind of a system where, all right, you're facing each other, but you are including you have an agreement with like the Mid-American Conference in there. I think I think you could do something there. You're going to have to play both evils, right? You can't just have you can't just go on your own. That's not going to work, but it's clear and obvious. The NCAA is spineless. They can't do anything right. If they all walked away, the little ones are going to have to join into. You got to involve them in some way, shape, or form. And I think they would want in. And everybody wins. Remember this too with mid majors. And I remember, we went over this when I was in BG. Remember this with mid majors. Their entire athletic budget comes from those 1 or 2 games where they get demolished by the bigger school. Bowling Green, I famously remember Bowling Green. Boy, I hope we score first against Ohio State. We did. Not only did we score first, we got a pick 6. Hell yeah, we're on the move. And then Ohio State scored the next 77 points. So it's just like, but you know what? That's okay. It made it work. But that'll be my first thing. College football commissioner in there. I have other things too. We're gonna modify Title IX. I'm not getting rid of it. Don't get rid of it. But Title IX is one of the main reasons why youth soccer hasn't grown in this country. It's going to stay where it's at. So we're going to modify some things coming up here. All right. Are you ready for Smash or Pass? Are you ready? Let's send you this video right now. This is Progressive Field. This is from last summer, August of 2025, courtesy of the Eric Hammer. Eric Hammer with this video of today's edition of Smash or Pass.
Looking for the best stadium food in the country, and today I'm at Progressive Field, home of the Cleveland Guardians. I had heard nice things about Progressive Field. I had heard pretty good things about the food at Progressive Field, but both were totally undersold. Progressive Field does not play when it comes to food. Let's get right to it. Do your best to keep up, and I'll hit you with my 3 favorites at the end. Gigantic turkey leg, because that's a normal thing to have. The only way to eat this is straight barbarian mode, and it comes with a really nice Alabama white barbecue sauce. But if you want something a little cleaner, the smoked wings are on point. They've got a Nashville spicy chicken sandwich, but I actually prefer their hot honey tenders. Perfect amount of sauce, just bordering on messy, and it's actually spicy. Mozzarella sticks and a ball game kind of just go hand in hand, but they also have a mozzarella stick sandwich on garlic toast with pesto, mayo, marinara, and balsamic glaze. Let's talk nachos. You cannot go wrong with Helmet Nachos. Simple but a classic. Local favorite Momocho is serving up chicken nachos with salsa verde, and queso, but the hot honey barbecue chicken nachos gotta be my favorite at the ballpark. This is called the best damn cheesesteak. Comes with Swiss mozzarella and a Cajun cheese sauce. They've got a solid burger, and they've also got something called Polish boy poutine. Fries loaded up with kielbasa, cheese curds, barbecue sauce, and coleslaw. Corned beef egg rolls with Swiss sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. This is my first time seeing fried pickles at a baseball game, and I love it. Frozen cocktails at a baseball game hit hard on a nice day. The mango margarita is awesome, but I slightly lean towards the vodka lemonade. Stadium pizza sure isn't what it used to be. They've got a spicy pepperoni flatbread, and someone in the kitchen decided to go off script with this spaghetti and meatball pizza, which I wanted to hate but actually did not. And I couldn't not try the slider dog with pimento mac and cheese, bacon, and Fruit Loops. Also not horrible, but the Fruit Loops are for sure a little strange. Let's come back down to earth for a few of my favorites. The Guardian Burger has capicola, salami, pepperoni, provolone, and all the fixins. It's basically an Italian sub on a burger, and it's awesome. The chicken bacon ranch fries are incredible. I love these so much, I want these every single day. And that fried bologna sandwich is another banger. It's got cheese, mustard, and a whole bunch of kettle chips on a potato bun. It is outstanding. Cleveland, I was not familiar with your game, and Progressive Field quite literally has it all.
Wow. Thank you, courtesy of at the Eric Hammer on Twitter for posting that. Eli, I have to admit, first off, I've tried the slider dog with the Fruit Loop. The Fruit Loops, you actually need the Fruit Loops. It's actually really good. Smash on the slider dog. Man, that was a lot of good stuff on there. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, probably smash on a lot of that, to be honest. I'm a little picky with some of the stuff. So, like the nachos, obviously, we've had nachos on, the guys, the bros, we all go out. I'm like, hey guys, like, can we like do not like no onions or like, and you guys all get pissed at me, and it's okay. Certain things I'd probably pass just because I'm not a big onion guy in certain stuff.
Me
like the
neither.
nachos, like so some things pass, but the corned beef egg rolls, the fried pickles. I haven't had a slider dog. The slider dog, the Guardian burger with the banana peppers and the capicola. I think he said, dude,
you got to try the slider dog. I don't even know. Again, I have not attended a game in person this season, but you got to try the slider dog. You can make the slider dog here at home.
I was gonna say, I'll just put Mama Moon's mac and cheese on it.
Yeah, just mac and cheese. Get your hot dog or whatever. Get some good quality hot dogs.
Yeah, Nathan's hot dog.
And then get some Fruit Loops.
Yeah. I mean, I give them a free plug there, but if they're listening, they can definitely sponsor us. But yeah, that's the best hot dog. I'll tell you, they sponsor the 4th of July, so if they want to sponsor the Inside Edge Network, we love talking food. We'll tell you all. Hey, you know what's a great way to eat a hot dog in terms of like customizing it. In terms of like the mac and cheese and stuff, because to answer your question, this is a quick one. I'd smash damn near 90% of that. Or the only stuff I want is just because like onions and stuff. Like
I would say like I don't do like supreme jumbo nachos. Like my nachos need to be either simple, nachos and cheese.
Yep.
Or if I'm in the mood, I could do chili cheese nachos.
Yeah.
Or bacon chili cheese. Not like that's the craziest I'll go, but I don't need like onions and this stuff and that stuff. I don't need all that.
Dude, the spaghetti and meatball pizza, while I'm thinking of it. The spaghetti and
meatball
pizza. Dude, that and the spicy, pepperoni or whatever, where they had the jalapenos on it. And I've been getting crazy recently. I'm not a big spice guy, but I've been getting crazy. I've been adding a jalapeno or two into my tacos recently. Like, to surprise me, put a few in there. Yeah, I know. Here I am eating these tacos.
So,
dude,
I got to tell you this real quick. I had a few Taco Bell packets left over.
Yeah.
Mixed it in my spaghetti sauce. I made spaghetti the other day.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I got this hack for you if you've never tried it before. Have never had a hot dog with a pretzel bun?
I have not, no.
Oh, you should try it. But what you got to do is you got to get like cheese, like shredded. If you want to get crazy, do a little bit of a hot melted cheese, like a nacho cheese on the hot dog. I know you don't do condiments, so you maybe will do the pretzel bun, the hot dog, and the cheese.
I'll try it.
Maybe some extra shredded cheese on top or something. But, dude, the pretzel bun, it's like, and you got to get a quality hot dog. But if you get it in a pretzel bun and you warm the pretzel bun up to where you get like a hot, like it's like a warm pretzel, you might even, I know you don't like mustard. I was going to say that's perfect with stadium mustard, bro. That's literally perfect with stadium mustard.
I know. But one other thing that he pointed out that I've had there at Progressive Field is the smoked wings.
Oh, those
are fantastic. And the way that he opened the wing, like, and you heard the crisp and you saw the smoke.
And the white barbecue sauce, like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's fantastic. It's beautiful.
I know we're out of time. I should have took a picture, though, yesterday. My sister came over and cooked dinner. I may have told you. I may not have. I think I told Chad. She made pork, but she, like, sliced it to where it was, like, more like chunks and whatnot. She put apples in there, like an additive, and there was little pieces of, like, cinnamon apples. She put, like, a glaze, like a honey glaze, some brown sugar, cinnamon, and all that. Made it nice and, like, sweet and salty and savory. And then she made fried potatoes, green beans, and cornbread AA. When I tell you I ate like a freaking king last night, brother. Oh, dude, I should have brought that to I didn't take a picture. I should have. But damn.
Man, that's good stuff. My last smash or pass for you, buddy.
Okay.
And for our audience.
Yes.
This is on the Food Pleaser page on Twitter.
Okay.
X.
Oh, my God, yes.
That is. Yeah. You see it. Waffle cheeseburger.
Where do we get one?
So See, this is where your health has to be. That's a lot of meat. I did see somebody comment on this. They said, and I wholeheartedly agree with this. Take the top waffle off. Remove the top waffle. Put a fried egg.
I think you're doing too much there. I think you're doing too much. I think there's too much. That's too much. I hate using the word goo, but that's like too much goo going on in like one sandwich. They already got the syrup and like the grease from the burger. Then you're gonna add the yolk.
But the yolk usually is good there. Like you mix it up and stuff. But yeah, you're gonna have.
I don't know.
I mean, a beef fest.
Dude, I want to try these at the house. I'm gonna tell Papa Moon we should try these at the house.
Give this a try, man.
I'll invite you over. I'll be like, hey, Double A, remember about that waffle cheeseburger? Yeah, we're doing it.
We might have to share though. I don't think this is. I do not recommend this for one setting.
Yeah. Cut it in quarters and share it with your peeps.
You might want to split it up.
No, for real. No, for real. Holy
man. Hey, that is good stuff. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Midnight Run here on the network, Inside Edge Network. For our entire team, Double A here signing off. Again, we're back with you tomorrow and every single weekday, midnight to 1, right here at the Inside Edge Network. And remember, quick programming note, we will be at Eli's Moon Bash this Saturday, 1 to 8. Speaking of Eli's dad, myself, Papa Moon, and many others will be leading coverage. You're going to meet a ton of great talent. We're going to tell, we're going to have great stories, things like that. We're going to spend a good chunk of the broadcast talking about Eli while Eli's working. So we got all that coming up. We're so excited, but we thank you guys for your support of the Inside Edge Network. We can't do any of this without you guys. And if you have a local business, you have something you want support and you want to get the word out, drive awareness, things like that, hit us up at the Inside Edge Net or at Inside Edge Net, or even myself personally at Anthony Alfred 92. Hit up Eli on Instagram at the man they call Moon on Instagram. We're gonna hook you up. So if you're watching your local business owner, manager, things like that. Hey, we got something coming up. We got back to school, things like that. And we have football season right around the corner. We got great programming, all that stuff. Again, remember, like and subscribe at Inside Edge Net across all of our social media platforms. InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you can find us on the web and our Roku app. So search Inside Edge Network. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow night.